Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.
Flight Sports TV, that's where it's at.
Flight Sports TV.
What's going on, people? It's Flight Sports TV. I appreciate y'all for checking with me. You already know what it is. We back with another one of them things. Listen, man, there's a lot going on, obviously, in the Team USA landscape. So much that we haven't got an opportunity to discuss. Obviously, it was a monster game tonight that had a couple of NBA greats, currently playing, and beyond, really talking. Team USA is definitely hot this year. They got a nice collection of guys that I believe are all ready to take the next level, with their respective basketball teams. I expect a major carryover for everybody that's involved, but tonight it was Anthony Edwards who had the world speaking. And I think Anthony Edwards is a very great player, man, a very great young man. This kid is talented. I think his future is bright. I hate this situation where we gotta, love one guy. We gotta, discredit the next. Anthony Edwards is a great young player, along with the many other players that's on this roster, the Bridges of the world, the Halliburtons, the list goes on. Obviously, Austin Reeves has been balling. There's a lot of characters that's on this team that has definitely been hot. Anthony Edwards garnered a lot of attention. LeBron James was chirping today. You see Ant-Man was circulating, so let's see what happens. Anthony Edwards also was very adamant, going into this upcoming season, apologizing to the league. He said that, listen, I'm apologizing for the season that he's going to have. So he obviously is predicting himself to have one of them dominant seasons, and possibly taking his game to the next level where you look at him different from how you look at him currently. And also, he has this guy, I don't know, a lot of people aren't speaking on this, but Karl Anthony Towns is playing internationally as well with the Dominican Republic. Karl Anthony Towns is out there violating, so Big Cat. I expect a nice crossover between all of them, for them all to meet up in training camp with the Timberwolves and look to do some amazing things. The only problem is you're in the Western Conference and it's very tough. Despite Anthony Edwards' talent, you're still in the deep Western Conference. They got a lot of people to get through before, they get into position, but that's neither here nor there, but obviously we all know in that draft, it was definitely a lot of names, notably, obviously, Anthony Edwards went #1 overall. But some people would say, if it was another team, who had the #1 overall pick, they possibly would have picked another player. Could you imagine if the Knicks had the #1 overall pick? Do they take Edwards? I doubt it. I believe they go with Lamelo Ball. Obviously, Lamelo was in this draft. You had Wiseman. You had a nice cast of characters. Wiseman was viewed very high, not so low as people view him today. He's pretty much viewed as a guy on his way out the door. But let's see if he can resurrect his career in his location out there in Detroit. Usually when they send you to Detroit, is all she wrote. But let's see if Wiseman could get the wheels turning on his career and get it back on track to where his name is up there with some of the top guys in that draft class. but notably it's LaMelo Ball and Anthony Edwards. I expect these guys to be pretty much in a runoff for many years to come. Also, you had Tyrese Halliburton. We can't sleep on this draft. It was talented, but nonetheless, it's Anthony Edwards and LaMelo Ball. Clearly these two have had two different situations, in their careers. We've went over this before. Anthony Edwards was drafted into a situation with the Minnesota Timberwolves where they had a cornerstone there. Maybe the cornerstone wasn't good enough, but there was a cornerstone there, and his name was Karl Anthony Towns, and they haven't moved off from him since. Hell, all they've done was add to the things that would make Karl Anthony Towns even more effective. When they trade for a guy like, obviously, the guy out of Utah, when they trade for him, you're basically allowing, which is Rudy Gobert, pardon me, you basically allowing Karl Anthony Towns to really operate on the perimeter, which he wanted to do, and that's still not to discredit anything from Anthony Edwards. I'm just trying to acknowledge and tell people that, it was another star there and they built around that star, and now it seems like the Minnesota Timberwolves is looking more into what will be effective for Anthony Edwards. Shout out Matthew McCullough. He says Anthony Edwards is going to be this generation's Michael Jordan. See, that's when I think it gets a little crazy. I haven't seen yet to make anybody believe that that's going to be the case. I don't believe that Anthony Edwards is going to be this generation's Michael Jordan. I think that's when we get too carried away. I think we need to let Anthony Edwards be Anthony Edwards. When we're trying to compare him to the greats and the legends and things of that nature, it just gets ridiculous. Obviously he's got to do something out in the Western Conference. That's going to be tough. How's he going to even resemble anything like, Michael Jordan? I really don't see it. In my humble opinion, not in the West. I don't think so. Karl Anthony Towns and these guys will have to, change their style of play. I would like to see some differences if that's the case. This is he slick, look like Michael. Okay, that you could say that. You could say he looked like Michael, but you can't say that he is this generation's Michael. I think that's unfair to him too. They tried to do that with a lot of people. They tried to do that with Devin Booker. He's this generation's Kobe. I think, you put too much on these players. Kobe Bryant didn't have, all these three collection of superstars chasing people and all kind of stuff like that. It wasn't like that. But I mean, it is what it is. Anthony Edwards is a great player. Today, Team USA, they did battle back in this game. They came back from 16 down. Anthony Edwards went off for 34 points. He was definitely electric. I believe they're 5-0 right now in the Cup. So this is not the Olympics. We don't know who the hell is going to necessarily be on that Olympic roster just yet. But Anthony Edwards did score 34 points. Tyrese Halliburton and Austin Reeves added 16 points off the bench. And the Team USA came back from 16 points. They beat Germany. It was 99-91. And they have a game against the Philippines. So it's going to be something crazy. They had an 18-0 run in the final couple of minutes. So I'm pretty sure everybody was on the edge of their seat. Team USA, this is a dominant team if they just figure it all out. I know that there's some talented teams out there. Obviously, when you look at Team Canada and things like that, you might just get a little worried or something like that. But when you got the weaponry that Team USA is rolling out, they just need to figure it out. No, they don't have the dominant player like LeBron or, the Kobe's, the Carmelos, the Wades, but they do have these guys like Edwards, obviously Paolo. They could be very dominant on the perimeter, on the inside slashing. They put together a decent team that should get gold. Could they run into problems? How even Team USA, the Redeem team, ran into some issues. I mean, it was some teams that got them up. That they had to really take it to them. Obviously, even the pardon me, the dream team. It was teams where, when it was time for them to play against Tony Kukoc, you seen a dominant situation where Team USA had to buckle down and really defend, and they shut down Tony Kukoc. And it's going to be times where you see that as well in this version and then versions and beyond. It's really going to be interesting to see how many of these guys come over to the actual Olympic Games. So I'm going to be monitoring that situation as well. But I think that the Team USA situation that Edwards is doing, obviously he's being coached by unbelievable coaches. When you got Steve Kerr down there, you got Spoelstra. That's world-class coaching that these guys are experiencing. They played against this guy, Daniel Tice, today. Clearly, he's not a superstar, but in Team USA, when they see NBA guys, they tend to shift the defense their way, and they get defended like they Michael Jordan. Or they it's crazy what they do to these guys that are NBA players for these other countries. They really defend them like their life is on the line. Um, Salute to everybody in the chat. Um, Listen, the Lamelo Ball debate, in my opinion, is for me. I believe that Lamelo Ball is a better player, and I believe that it's going to be opportunities this year for him to repeat it again. It was times where Lamelo went down to Minnesota and took down Anthony Edwards. He looked very good. It looked better than Anthony Edwards played. Too bad they're not in the same conference where we could really see it, firsthand. But the proof is in the pudding, man. If you gave LaMelo Ball, Karl Anthony Towns, I think they not only get to the playoffs, but they advance, and they look like a perennial threat. And especially if you trade for Rudy Gobert, I think that's just too much, for LaMelo Ball to maximize, all that talent, to his efforts. But nonetheless, Anthony Edwards is still looked at as the number one option. It looks like now the Minnesota Timberwolves are going to move in that direction. They're shifting the focus and attention to the Ant-Man. But let's see if he could capitalize on this newfound opportunity. But I think something tells me that Karl Anthony Towns is going to have something to say about it. I don't think Karl Anthony Towns is ready to relinquish his foothold out in Minnesota. They might have to move on from him for this man to really take over. LaMelo Ball has already took over. It's Flight Sports. Listen, I got my man DJ Gemini in the building. What's good?
What's good? Like,
I can't call
I
it.
man, you talking about Carl Anthony Towns not releasing the reins. He released the reins when he moved himself from the center position, pimp.
I don't know about that. I mean, listen, did the team loosen their reins? I mean, they built around him. You could say he
No,
moved to
no, Carl
position.
Anthony
What about,
Towns did. Like
okay,
he
yeah.
plays better at center. And when he actually gave the approval for the Gobert situation to happen, it's not a hit against Gobert. Gobert is a center. Carl Anthony Towns basically told the team that he was going to do what it he needed to do to also be a all-star at the power forward position. Did he lose weight? Did he up his cardio? No. So as far as moving to the power forward position, he did not make himself better. Right now you got Naz Reid, who's a better power forward over there than Cat is.
Man, I don't know. That's tough to say.
Man, Naz Reid left
Hey, come on,
everything
man.
on the
Don't be
court.
silly. He's not better than Karl Anthony Towns.
At power forward, yes. At center, no.
All right.
I mean that,
I'll
that
let you
that's
try
the
it.
whole reason why they overpaid him because they seen um that everybody else was about to go at Naz Reid. Like everybody wanted Naz Reid at the power forward position. Right now, the Timberwolves got a 443 million dollar problem, only between three positions, and that's Rudy Gobert, Cat, and Naz Reid, who just got paid. Now, if Cat go back to center, I fully agree with you. If he stand at power forward, I disagree with you because they're gonna get beat with Gobert moving so slow.
Listen, Rudy Gobert, when they traded for him, do you think that was a move that was suited for Anthony Edwards?
I I
They
think it was.
traded that. Listen, they traded all that shit for Karl Anthony Towns. They mortgaged the future, and now they damn near gutted. So they're gonna have a hard time dealing with Anthony Edwards eventually when they dispatch all this shit they got themselves into. So I
Yeah,
mean,
like
yeah, I
like
mean,
like
so
they
you just
messed up. They
yes,
they
they messed
they,
up.
they messed up with that trade, and literally what they did, they kind of put themselves almost like in a rebuild because they didn't have money for Prince. That's how the Lakers was able to get him. And Prince gave the NBA nightmares last year as far as a defensive person. So I mean, they kind of um fa- false started their rebuild, even with having Gobert. That was a messed up trade that they did to themselves, and I know they're kicking themselves for that. I know they are.
Yeah, they are. They're gonna pay for it for years to come. They they
So
all,
that,
they all messed up in the game. I said they're gonna have to pay for it for years to come.
and then Atman actually switched from small forward to shooting guard like he should have been playing in the NBA too. So he is going to be better because he moved his position.
You said what about when he moved his position?
He just moved his position at the end of last season from small forward to shooting guard. So he's going to play better. He's going to play better because he also moved his position.
Yeah,
It, Edwards was the small forward for the Timberwolves last season.
man. I'm listening.
So
I just don't think that the
so he's
Minnesota
going to be
Timberwolves gonna
better.
be. I just don't think they're gonna be competitive next year, despite whatever we saying, whatever Anthony Edwards is improving on. Just something about the Minnesota Timberwolves, I just don't believe in. They're gonna have to show me.
No. They're going to be in a stalemate because Cat, I think, is still staying at the power forward position. They didn't say nothing about him changing positions. They only talked about Edwards. So with Cat still staying at the power forward position, they're going to be at a stalemate. And they at a stalemate because of money more than anything. Like they want to keep Cat. I mean, the front office wants to keep Cat at the power forward position, but he should honestly go back to the center position and improve on his cardio. His cardio has been his problem on top of the emotional play that he normally does. Like his cardio has been a real big problem.
Yeah, I'm just gonna continue to tell you they need to figure something out with Minnesota. They need to either trade Karl Anthony Towns and Gobert. Sad they got to move on this year and try it one more time. But if it don't work out, they need to they need to really build around Anthony Edwards for real. I think they just playing. They play building around him. They need to seriously do it.
I mean, Chat, and Victor is going to outplay Gobert just with speed, and that's really going to be their downfall.
Right. You
Like
said Chet?
Chet,
Yeah,
Holmgren,
yeah, yeah. Chet is a problem.
like
Well, we got to still see. We got to see what he about too.
Defensive, but see, they only got him for defensive wise. They really didn't get him for offensive wise. But he can shoot, and with him having at least a 14 to 10 foot jumper, he's good. Yeah, he does shoot the occasional three when he's left wide open. Yeah, okay. Every big man trying to do that now in the NBA. But as far as what they originally got him for, check going to show that. I mean, I'm not doubting him on that part, just like I'm not doubting Victor on that part. Like, but Gobert is only known for what? Defense. They barely implement him offensive wise in the playbook. Why? Because he's slower. Like to be so thin, he should be moving faster than that. He
You right
kind of
about
moves
that.
like a robot.
Yeah, something's definitely wrong. If he, I mean, to be honest with you, if Carl Anthony Towns played like, why he don't play like Anthony Davis?
Well, Towns, because
Yeah,
he plays more. Okay, when
well,
Towns first
he
came
need
in
to
the
figure it out because if he played
well,
like that, they might win.
when Towns first came in the NBA, we didn't know his mother Russ also was having so many medical problems. So that's why we was really getting an up and down game from him. We really didn't find out till she left us, and he really said why, and he was the one that said why. Like he, a lot of times where most players go home, no, he was going to sit on the side of his mother's bed and actually be there with her. We didn't know that. But that's neither here nor there. I mean, as far as what he was literally doing on the court, it was emotional, up and down play. Like you knew something was going on, but you couldn't really put your finger on it. But when it also comes to him being in shape, that's more on the player than anything. And that's one thing he wasn't doing was being in shape. Just like when AD first got to LA, they wanted him to gain muscle mass to actually be the five position, right? Well, he didn't do that. He didn't do that, and how the very next season when he did add on his cardio and literally showed the weight, he he didn't move as fast as he was the year previous because he didn't up his cardio. Once he upped his cardio, then you started seeing a faster Anthony Davis again, even with the added weight.
Yeah,
If
you
that kind
right.
of makes sense.
No, it makes sense. I mean, I just want him to play like Anthony Davis because I think it'll just be more effective. Like, you know, what I was going to tell you is Anthony Davis don't always want to play center either, but he will. He will if he have to. You know, and I think that this guy, he just got too comfortable shooting threes, trying to be a point forward. Is kind of getting ridiculous. He need to
I
play
mean,
like a big man. They might have to. Sometimes they can't play with Gobert on the floor. You know, he is a liability. You know, at times we knew that. We seen it in Utah, and it's carried over. And too bad they traded a Hall. They traded their whole future for him.
yeah, I mean
It's tough on him.
they gave up damn near the whole treasure chest for him, but thinking he was gonna also work on what he needed to work on, and he did not. Like they really thought they was getting the faster Gobert, and they didn't do that. Yes, Cat is comfortable at the power forward Thunder. Yes, he is. He is more comfortable, but that also makes him more lazy at the power forward position because he's not really working. Like to literally be honest, for people who think Cat is not a problem, Joker hate playing him. Like Joker literally hates playing Cat. His games are not good against Cat.
Right.
But
Didn't they
Cat,
play in the first round?
yeah, but Gobert was guarding him, not Cat. I'm talking about when Cat was guarding him. Like he hated playing Cat.
Right, I'm listening.
So with because Cat was like that faster, same sizey guy that he had to contend with, but literally got lazy. So he's not the center no more. So he doesn't even try to like I want to say like normally the power forward and the center switch guarding on the run back. Cat like make sure he's not the one guarding Joker. Where before Cat would always make sure he was the one guarding Joker. So that's what about being lazy.
Right.
It is almost like, oh, that dude not my problem no more. That's his problem. Well, he used to look at it at an opposite way, like, oh, I got him. Don't worry about him. I got him. But
Right.
will Cat change? I don't know because like really, Naz Reid emerged from Cat being lazy. Naz Reid probably wouldn't have even had the playing time to emerge if Cat wouldn't have got lazy. He probably would have showed spurts, but Naz Reid showed like, nah, I could be a starting power forward on somebody's squad right now.
Right. Now, Naz Reid, he's a guy I need to see a little bit more of.
Right,
You
but you,
real high on him. You talking about him like he really about to do something.
yeah, Nas it showed if you give him the time, he, he he can show you exactly why you're paying them what you're paying them. Because not only the Knicks was trying to get him, Miami was trying to get him, the Lakers wanted him, Portland wanted him. Like Nas was about to get paid, but before anybody could put in an offer, what the Timberwolves do? Nah, bruh, we want you to stay here. Like they overpaid for him. Nas is naturally a power forward, but he has played a lot of time as the backup center, and he literally showed like what he brings to a team. Defensive prowess, boxing out, can shoot, take his man off of the dribble. Now he naturally is a power forward, so he he has a better shot than most at the normal center position. But Nas Reed, that dude, man.
No,
Grab
yeah.
God. Man, ain't nobody worried about Ben Simmons playing power forward. I mean, him
That's his main position.
I mean, but look at why they just kicked him to the power forward position. Because he claimed he cannot be what he was. And really, truly, he is not a power forward. Thunder is 100% correct. He is a bigger guard to a small forward, but he can't shoot, so you wouldn't put him as a small forward. You just let him go back to being a playmaker. But as far as like the Timberwolves are literally gonna have to like move Cat back to center, bring Gobert off of the bench, and then they'll have some. But as far as them keeping Gobert in the starting lineup, man, they shooting themselves in their foot. And then everything gonna be
You're
on
gonna
Ant
listen.
back.
How you gonna put that in kind of investment on the bench?
I mean, you're gonna have to
I better
just
trade.
like with Charlotte. No offense, just like with Charlotte with Haywood, you're gonna have to, bro.
Yeah, but Hayward more likely to get traded, and they ain't
Nobody
invested.
wants Haywood.
No, that's not true. I don't believe that. I think you saying that.
Name one team that
Listen,
Utah,
somebody will take him.
Utah doing their own rebuild young. They even drafted that guy from Kansas last year. who's really going to be their small forward. But
Yeah, somebody will
but
take it.
they was playing him all out of position just to see if more he can be a combo player. But he plays better at small forward. I can't call his name. I know he's from Kansas. So they have this small forward situation together, and if I remember correctly, they got THT. So I doubt they going for Haywood, man, and he definitely not gonna make 30 with them. And they just got Collins over there. Nah, nah. His wife want to go back to Utah, but I don't think Utah have no room for him. I don't.
Nah, you said Utah, sir. You said Utah don't have what?
Room for Haywood.
No,
They
it
got
might not be Utah
THT
though. I think you just
and the guy
listen.
from Kansas.
Listen, I think that's why I think you just completely underestimating Hayward. That's what I'm saying. Shout out, catch this fade. He said the Lakers wanted him. That's what I'm saying. There's gonna be other teams that want him.
No,
And the
what the
more
Lake
and
I
this got
yeah, catch this fade. What the Lakers wanted was the expiring contract, and we wanted Russell off of our books. Then Mike said he would not pay he would not pay the cash consideration, which was a difference in salary. Once Mike did that, Jeannie went on the news herself and literally said, with him not wanting to pay the cash consideration, that's what voided that trade. We was gonna take him to dump him, like we was literally gonna dump him. Now, who we really was gonna take a shot at within that trade, because if you remember, we was gonna take Rozier and we was gonna take Haywood. So the but when Mike said what he said, that was why we didn't do that.
Everybody.
what's good, my God.
What's good, Murph?
You heard what this man is saying?
What's that? What's up?
Oh
About
no, God.
about the Laker trade, when we wanted Russell Westbrook off our books, and we was going to trade for Terry Rozier and Haywood, that Mike didn't want to pay the cash consideration, and that was why the whole trade got voided by Janie Buss. Flight don't remember that.
What I don't remember.
About how Mike didn't want to pay them cash considerations. Like that was the whole reason why the whole trade got voided
Hold on, what trade are you talking about, man? You getting me
with the
confused, man.
Lakers. With the Lakers, what Catch This Fade talked about.
Oh, see, I didn't hear about none of that. What you saying? You talking about some
Yeah,
cash? I ain't hear nothing about that. That's news to me.
we was gonna trade for Rozier and Haywood, and we was gonna and y'all was gonna take Russ. I mean, Charlotte was gonna take Russ. I'm sorry, you're a New York fan. Charlotte was gonna take Russ, but the whole trade got
I
voided
remember. I
because
remember it was interest, but I didn't know the framework of the deal. But you breaking down. I guess you telling me something I never heard before. But I
yeah,
definitely heard about the situation you're talking about. I do remember we actually reported that a year ago when there was news and rumblings about Russell Westbrook potentially coming to Charlotte. So I
yeah,
do
the
remember
trade was actually going to go through until Mike said he wasn't going to pay because Hayward got a 15% kicker. If he get traded, he has a kicker within his contract.
right. Like I said, I just want to say I don't. I never heard of this news before, but keep going.
Okay, and Mike didn't want to pay the kicker. With Mike not wanting to pay the kicker, that's what voided that whole trade. Y'all wouldn't have had the $54.5 million problem. That would have been the Lakers $54.5 million problem. all because Mike didn't want to pay the 15% kicker that's in his contract.
Man, well, it really doesn't matter. I think eventually they can get Hayward off. They didn't really need Russell Westbrook. I think that would have been foolish, but they could have just let him go. But it's a tough situation.
No, y'all literally was talking about Russell coming off of the bench, and because he's a Jordan brand ambassador, that he was gonna really calm down and actually start playing basketball again. Like like y'all was the one who gave the Laker coach the heart to literally bring Russell off of the bench, believe it or not, with the statement that Jordan said. I can ask him to come off of the bench and it'll sound better coming from me. That was Michael's statement.
Right.
And that's what gave the Laker coach the heart to literally bring Russell off of the bench.
Yeah, that was a crazy thing. I knew eventually that would happen, though.
But technically not at first because Russell whole thing was he is not coming off of the bench. Like that was his whole standing, like literally. He was calling everybody out their name if you thought he was coming off of the bench. Like that's how he felt at the time, like for real.
And I agree. I just don't like the way they did Carmelo, so I didn't give a damn when they said he had to come off the bench.
Yeah, I did want
I lost
Carmelo
no
to
sleep.
stay. I wanted Carmelo to stay, and I was mad at Palinka for not
No,
re-signing
not
Carmelo.
Palenka. I was mad about what happened in Oklahoma City with Carmelo.
Oh, okay, but
Yeah, so when
I
it was
was
time
mad
for
about what
Russell Westbrook to
happened.
come off the bench, I really didn't lose no sleep. I was actually monitoring the situation closely. 'Cause I
Yeah,
remember
but
when they did Carmelo, so it was good to see it was his time. Now
but
let's see if he could show us he really a starting caliber player, or he'll be better off the bench. Because they sent Carmelo to the bench, they tried to send him out the league. He came back to Portland and proved to
mm,
everybody that not only was he an NBA player, but he was a goddamn starter. And he was cooking everything that was moving, hitting game winners and all kind of shit. So
right,
I
but that
mean,
but
I mean, right now the Clippers don't really have no other point guard on the team, so that's even better than Russell. So Russell's starting right now.
yeah, but Russell also gave them the hometown discount so he could stay near his company. That was the whole reason for him going to be a Clipper. He wants to stay near his company that he based in LA.
Yeah, you talking about that clothing company, right?
Right.
hmm
I don't
So
know
I
much.
mean,
Yeah,
yeah, Russell is really a hands-on designer, and like Kuzma, Kuzma when he first got in the league, kind of started a company, but he was concentrating more off the court than on the court, and that's why he couldn't get his on the court together. Now he has a lady that's helping him with that, so now he's able to concentrate.
I mean that's still no excuse.
No, no, I'm not. No, how dare you think that I'm making an excuse for Kuzma? How dare you, sir?
Cool.
That's blasphemy. What you just said. I'm sounding like Stephen A. right now. That's blasphemy.
It's
That's funny.
blasphemous.
Yeah, man. Like, come
Oh
on,
yeah,
man.
y'all
I
seen
never make it.
y'all seen y'all heard Shannon Sharp going to first take, man?
X, let's talk about it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm mad about that.
it's crazy. I knew it was gonna happen. Where else was he gonna go? What other network? Was he gonna go to CBS? Who the hell was gonna watch him? You? They got other
I
networks. They
mean,
got people on Peacock. Pause. You got all these people on different networks, but ain't nobody watching them. Nah, hold on, Tom. It's some. I think what's got Bomani Jones. There's a couple of people that's still out that y'all forgot about. ESPN done fired. They on these other networks. They had
Yeah,
Right.
they fired
Avery
Jalen
Johnson on
Rose.
CBS. You know, they done buried all them dudes on CBS. But I'm just saying, where else was he gonna go
Mark
I
besides
Jackson
mean, he
Fox
on the
could have
or
went to.
Pelicans.
ESPN?
He could have went to. He
You
could
know,
have
he
started
was.
his own channel for another network. He could have went to CBS. Maybe that could have brought some more attention there. I don't know, but
Nah,
Stephen A. got him. But money talks, man. They paid him some money, so money talk.
And to say they doing layoffs to actually bring him in, I mean they definitely paying him what he worked because I know he's a Hall of Famer. He is not gonna take less.
Nah, man, he getting that money, man. He getting money. He getting he getting. I know he getting paid more than Stephen A. That's for sure,
And not
without a
gonna have
doubt.
to do all the work. And not gonna have to do all the work that Stephen A do.
Yep.
nah, he only gonna be there 2 days. They say he gonna need a
Yeah,
deal for that. His show Club Shay Shay. The deal ain't been announced on that. That's
yeah,
probably gonna be
that's
ESPN.
what I'm waiting to hear.
ESPN Plus.
That's what I'm waiting to hear about what where that show gonna wind up.
Yeah,
I
man.
mean, you never know. It may wind up on Stars, bro.
Yeah, that's a good show, man. Club Shay Shay, man. He made some good change off that show. I mean, I think he got well over 1 million followers on YouTube. So
Yep.
yeah, he doing his thing on that show, Club Shay Shay.
And he was smart to bring one of his first guests up there to bring Candy on there. That was a
Oh
smart
man,
move. Oh, that was
man,
a
listen,
smart move, boy. Boy, that was
can't
a smart move, boy.
can't
Oh, that was
man,
a
listen,
smart
man.
move.
Boy, I love me some candy, boy.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying, my brother. That's all I'm saying.
I love me some candy, boy. I love me some
That
candy.
that's all I'm saying.
Wow.
Flight, if you don't understand, you don't
No,
understand.
no,
I'm
no.
just
I'm getting
saying.
thrown off.
Uh, boy,
If you don't know who Candy is from
that
Escape, then you don't
woo,
know, bro.
woo, Ric
then you
Flair,
don't know.
woo,
Then you don't
dog,
know. Then you don't know. I'm mad Ty got him, but hey man, more props to him.
Humber. Yeah, can do that one the flight. I don't know what you've been missing, but yeah.
Yeah, Shannon Sharp is crazy, man. But they about to start getting back going though. Undisputed about to start back up.
I mean,
Yeah, so
who gonna be the number two?
Richard Sherman.
Richard Sherman.
What do you think
Mm,
about that?
mm.
It's gonna be interesting, especially the debates they had on First Take. It's gonna be interesting, man. I'm gonna tune in because I just want to see how they're gonna debate each other. It's gonna be interesting, especially when they get to football. Woo! It's gonna be tough.
You really,
It's
but him and Skip was getting into it before. That's
That's the
gonna be
point.
hot.
That's the point. They want that type of stuff builds rating. When basically, 'cause Richard Sherman is the type of dude, he don't care. He's gonna speak his mind. So, and when Richard Sherman said with a straight face, "I'm better at you than life," I want that same energy on Undisputed.
Hold
Yeah,
on, hold on. I'm gonna cut y'all off. Somebody in the chat, this guy named Kenny, he's talking about Lamelo Ball, and he said I don't know what he's talking about, but Lamelo was hurt. I haven't even heard Lamelo's interest in Team USA. You know, so I mean, we have to monitor that situation. I haven't even heard.
I don't think this year was the right year. Lamelo, I mean, he did have that injury. He's been focused on that, getting healthy. He got his Puma thing going on. So on top of it as
no,
well, there's been reports coming out as far as like, USA showing favoritism. So I don't think it was this year. I don't think it was the right time. Maybe next year. Yeah, most definitely. But I don't think this year was the right time for him.
and Big L, you shouldn't be blocked, dog.
No, I don't know who blocked him.
Yeah, man.
If
So
you trying to come on the panel, Big L, because you not blocked, pimp.
yeah, man. I'm a fan. But Lamelo, he'll be fine, man. I think he'll have his opportunity next year, man. Plus, I don't like this. I don't like this recency bias. I don't like this recency bias that's going on. But that's what it is. That's what we're in now. We're in recency bias. Everybody sees Tyrese Halliburton and Anthony Edwards of late, and then next thing you know, they're saying, "Oh, he's better than Lamelo." They're not, because Lamelo was the first one out of both of them on when he was on a poorly built roster compared to both of them, and made an All-Star team before both of them. So I don't want to hear that.
No, that's facts.
Now, the only one I would consider the argument is Anthony Edwards. That's the only one I would consider.
Shout
Tyrese
out Purple,
Halliburton,
baby.
hell no,
I know
absolutely not, man.
Purple was good.
Hello. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we're
What's
good.
up?
Nothing. Just looking at this Anthony Edwards news.
Yeah. What's the news?
What's the news?
You talking about he balled out? Shout out Big Al.
What's going on, Flag? I Garen told y'all. Didn't I tell y'all last time he was the best player on the team? I told y'all. I said Jared Jackson and Anthony Edwards were the best players on the team.
Nah. He's finally in his right position, dog.
No, I said both of them were the best players on the team. Somebody was talking about Brandon Ingram.
Nah, Brandon Ingram is better than him, in my opinion.
Oh hell no! What? Really?
Listen. We all time. Hold on.
You own something, dog. No.
Hold on. Can I add something, man? I'm sorry.
You ain't got nothing to say.
Let's not get carried away because some guys they came back from a 16-0 deficit to fucking what is it, Germany or whatever the hell they playing.
Right.
Uganda and these teams. Are you serious?
What you mean? Germany might be the best team in other than the U.S. right now.
No, Spain was.
I like Canada now. I think they got a good team.
Canada too, yeah. But Germany ain't slouches.
But still, I know. But still, we can't get carried away. Let's see what happens, man, in the real season. Match these guys up in the postseason. Bi versus Edwards. I'm taking Brandon Ingram. That's just me. I can't speak for nobody else.
The way Brandon is getting
money on Brandon Ingram.
The way Anthony Edwards, I bet some money on this flank. I think Anthony Edwards better than Brandon.
Nah.
What makes Anthony Edwards better than Ingram?
Yes.
We got to remember Ingram coming off an injury.
What makes him better?
Ingram coming off an injury.
Because Brandon Ingram played. She asked me a question.
Hold on. Let Cobra Baby ask him a question. Let him answer the question. So go ahead. Please proceed.
So yeah, she asked me why do I consider Anthony Edwards a better player than Brandon Ingram? And Brandon Ingram plays lazy, my nigga. That's why Anthony Edwards brings it all the time. He shoots threes. He can handle the rock. He actually can play defense. Brandon Ingram plays lazy. I'm sorry. I don't believe in him like that.
He don't play. Brandon Ingram don't play lazy. He's just a smooth
player. Where he been at it? Where he been at the U.S. player? Where he been at an Olympic FIBA tournament? Murgaard. Where he been at?
He been averaging 11 points.
Thank you. He did nothing.
11 points a game.
Murgaard. Anthony Edwards been the baller in the team, my nigga. My dude.
Listen.
Every highlight.
Listen. I never said that Brandon Ingram.
All right, whatever.
We're just in recency. Be honest, we're just in recency bias. We don't know who better during the season. But in the recency bias thing, that's what people get at.
No, though. I'm talking about on USA team. Somebody was saying, ask who was the better player on the USA team. I said Anthony Edwards and Jaren Jackson. It was either one of them, and I was right. That's my point, Murad. That's my point. I wasn't talking
All
about
right,
no
if
team.
you understand by USA team in that increment, cool. But I just got in the NBA, I got Brandon Ingram right now. He is showing more
Look at what
more
Dre,
for me.
look at what Dre just said. Anthony Edwards, not Anthony. Brandon Ingram ain't even averaging 11 points. Dude ain't even averaging
So
11. He
Al,
averaged 7 points.
Al, you're saying he's better because Anthony Edwards and Jaren Jackson are averaging more points than Brandon Ingram on
It
the
ain't just that.
USA.
It's just how they play. They play a lot more active than Brandon Ingram, and they are the players that are keeping USA on this tangent. They're going on this upward spiral. That's what
Okay.
I'm watching. That's all I'm saying. If I'm wrong, let me know because I'm going
Okay,
by
well,
what I
if that's
see.
the case, you got to give Reeves his for
Oh,
more worthy.
Reeves playing off
Oh,
the magic
Reeves.
of Edwards, man. He come off the
Oh
bench.
man, cut it out.
Man,
But
Reed's been giving 15 points off the bench. What you talking about, dog?
Okay, so why he ain't starting then, Murad?
You said why he ain't starting? Because
Yes.
listen, we never said Reeves is better than Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards is better. We're just saying that Reeves is making a great contribution to the team.
hmm
Okay, so why is Brandon Ingram better than Edwards then? Tell me that.
To be transparent with you, as far as like, are you talking about just on to just Team USA or just just as a whole? Because it's Team USA, I
that's
give
what.
it that Anthony Edwards is playing better. But as a whole, I got Brandon Ingram because I think Brandon Ingram's a better shooter. He's a better playmaker. He's able to get downhill better and create more fouls than him. And as well as during the season, he showed more ability to play more defense and guard the best player, opposed to Anthony Edwards. Anthony
Yes.
Edwards during the season does get lazy.
Hey Dre, come on the stream, man, and talk some sense into these folks.
My thing is, if
Anthony
y'all
Edwards is
basing
better
it
than
off
Brandon
of,
Ingram, bro.
if y'all basing it off of the Team USA, fine.
I'm
I'll
not
let y'all
basing it
have
just
it.
on that, Purple Baby.
So
I'm
you
just
basing
saying.
You
it on
can
Team USA and regular play throughout the season?
Yeah, Anthony Edwards be balling out all the time. He came on the scene with him and Melo are playing like they should as far as top level talent and being drafted so high. Both of them.
Wait. Edwards was really getting outplayed because he was trying to be a small forward. Now, since he's going back to the position that he really needs to be at, now I think you should gauge him now. But if you're only going off of him trying to be a small forward in the NBA, he was getting outworked. Yes, he was putting up points, getting
Okay, so
out hustled.
Dre just made a point. Let's consider that. Anthony Edwards was an All Star last year. Bi was not.
Okay.
Bi was hurt. He couldn't
And
even be
you
Yeah,
an
know,
yeah,
all
talk.
that,
star.
that's what. Listen, that's what I was gonna say. That's ridiculous. I mean, thank you. Bi was hurt. Whoever see
Bi
you
was
beat me
hurt.
to the punch. I mean, that's just crazy.
When was Bi All Star? I can't remember the year he was All Star.
But I'm gonna tell y'all another
He was
reason.
all
Brandon
star.
Ingram never makes it because when it comes to the position he's in, you got to look out west and in general to see
Man, ain't
who's
nobody
in there
fucking with
with him.
Brandon Ingram.
Like
Oh,
you got Clay,
like
you got Clay
Stop
Thompson that made it
it.
last year.
Ray
Paul
Thompson,
George
he's a
made
role
it.
player. We talk about number one options, not the second
Yeah, yeah,
options. We talk
yeah.
about the number one
oh,
options.
Anthony
so
Edwards is
so
becoming the number one option
No, I
in
ain't talking about
Minnesota, though.
Edwards. I'm
eh,
talking about
so
Ray
Anthony. So
Thompson.
to be
Yeah,
very
That's
to
his
be
number
very
two.
honest with you, Anthony Edwards is not even a number one option on his team right now.
Thank you.
Can he grow into that role? Yes, but he's not. He's not a
Ingram
number.
is not either, though. That's debatable.
Ingram
Yeah,
is
yes,
no.
he is.
Ingram is
Ingram
the
He
is.
number
is
one.
not.
Ingram is.
Yeah,
McCollum
He
is
this
is.
motherfucker Zion
or
ain't never
No,
left.
Zion,
he's
bro.
not. No, he's not.
No,
That's
he's
Listen,
not.
listen.
debatable with
No,
Hold on,
Ingram,
no,
hold on,
bro.
hold on, hold
no,
on.
Big
Let me finish.
L.
Let me finish.
No,
Let me
Big
get.
L.
Hold on. Let me cook. Now, if you want to say Zion, I give you that, but I really can't say that because Zion hasn't even been there. So it's really been Brandon Ingram who's the number one option. And hold on, let me
Yes.
cook again. The past 4 years, let me give you Brandon Ingram. The past 4 years, 24 points a game, 23 and 25. As well as Brandon Ingram has had a
Time out.
better.
Hold up. Folks is
Hold on. I ain't finished yet.
all right, Mirage. Go ahead.
As well as Brandon Ingram has had a better field goal percentage, as well as a better 3-point percentage. He's got to the free throw line more. He's had a better free throw percentage. He's actually almost a 50-40-90 guy, as well as he's averaged more rebounds and assists.
Yeah, check those stats, Big L. Check those stats.
I'm about to check it right now.
Those stats don't lie, bro.
I'm about to check it right now.
Because Brandon,
listen,
Brandon Ingram right here. Hold on, listen. Anthony Edwards 4.4 assists. Brandon Ingram about 6 assists. Anthony Edwards basically close to 6 rebounds. Brandon Ingram basically about the same on the rebounding. When it comes to free throw percentage, let's go ahead and look at it. Free throw percentage, Anthony Edwards shoots 75%. Brandon Ingram, he shoots 88%. Let's check 3-point percentage. Brandon Ingram shoots 39%. Let's check Anthony Edwards, 36%.
Hold on.
Let's check field goal percentage.
I'm looking at this stuff. I'm checking this on my own, man.
Let's check field goal percentage. Brandon Ingram at 48%. Let's check Anthony Edwards.
My Murgaard might be lying.
45%. I ain't lying.
Murgaard up here lying.
I ain't lying to you, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm looking dead at it. You can go to basketballreference.com. Matter of fact, Purple Baby, you can go check behind me. You see what I'm saying? You can go check behind me. You can look at it right now.
I'm looking at it now. Okay, so he averaged, Anthony Edwards averaged more rebounds than Brandon Ingram.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
By the same points. He doesn't assist as much as Brandon Ingram, but who cares? The way y'all talk, y'all don't care about distribution anyway. Back to the LeBron argument.
That matters. No, that matters because it shows. Hold on.
That shows playmaking, Big L.
That shows playmaking ability.
Every time I talk about passing and distribution, y'all shit on it.
No. Wait. No, hold on, Merv. No.
Don't throw me everything about that. No, I do not. No, I do not.
Wait.
That's somebody else that does that to you. That do not be me.
Merv God and L. No, hold on, L. You're wrong for that. Because the only person that you ever bought a playmaking with was Pope. And Pope got mad that you said that Miller is going to be the second best passer on Charlotte. And Pope got mad. That's Pope. That's not Merv God, dog. Don't do that. Don't do that. Right. That was Pope that did that, dog.
You taking stuff out. Okay. You taking stuff out. Hold on. You taking stuff out on me.
That
from
was
somebody else. That ain't right.
Was Pope.
That ain't right.
I remember that conversation, dog. That was Pope.
Discussion I'm talking about.
Listen, and I'm not saying. I'm not saying
Pope
that
was wrong for that. But anyway,
hold on. Let me finish. Do I think Anthony Edwards has more upside than Ingram right now? Yes. But as far as right now, I got Brandon Ingram. But I think in a year or two, he's going to pass Brandon Ingram.
Yes.
Because I think in a year or two, Anthony Edwards can be the best shooting guard in the league. And a top 10 player in the league. That's how much ability he has.
If Zion Williamson can stay healthy, they're going to fuck all that up. Edwards going to be sitting waiting for a while. Because if Zion is healthy and if Brandon Ingram is getting back to form where he need to be, Minnesota ain't doing shit.
I think Minnesota is going to be on a treadmill, like really, until they sit Gobert. I really think they're going to be on a treadmill.
I'm not talking about overall team success. Because if we talk about Brandon Ingram, he got other stars on his team. And Edwards ain't got really that. He got Cat, and that's it. Cat ain't never played a damn lick of defense in his whole career. So
he has
can I
cats.
finish my statement, Mergard, please?
Go ahead.
So if we talk about total package, Brandon Ingram, from what I see, doesn't play his best defense than Edwards, because Edwards averages 1.6 steals, while Ingram averages 0.7 and 0.4 blocks. He much taller than 0.7 blocks for Edwards. So Edwards played better defense, and he's a better scorer as an individual player. So he's better, in my opinion. Thank you. And my case is closed. Brandon Ingram is not as good as Edwards right now.
Hold on.
Let me make this last statement, and you got it. Let me make this last statement. You got it. You got it. Let me make this last statement, Burgard. Edwards, okay. The only thing Edwards is not as good as Ingram in right now that you can argue for is percentages, but it's pretty close. So there you go.
So all right, Sue. So you want to talk about defense? All right, fine. You want to say he averages more steals, more blocks? Cool. But check the defensive blocks plus minus score. Anthony Edwards is a further negative than Brandon Ingram.
Yes.
So it shows the effectiveness on the basketball on that end of the basketball court that he's more effective than Anthony Edwards is. So I'll rest my case. And those percentages equate to I'll let you speak. Those percentages equate to he shoots better. Let's not do that. He shoots better.
I told you percentage wise, he has a point. And as far as the plus minus, it's 1.2 for Brandon Ingram, not Ingram, for Edwards, and 2.1, which is not even the whole point for Ingram. So technically that's negligible. But when it comes to everything else other than percentages, Ingram is not as good as Edwards.
Hey, Big Al, Big Al, check it out though. But percentages matters though. Percentages adds up in those games, right? It comes down to winning, right?
Okay. Fine. Can I ask you this question?
Because I know basketball too. So just
I get it. But okay, so if Ingram is so good, okay, can we not look at the Ingram situation and the fact that he has better players on his team that helps him to be more efficient?
But can we also look at the situation that Anthony Edwards has been on a healthy team and Ingram hasn't?
Yeah. Timberwolves have been more healthier.
Hold on. Cat
The Timberwolves have been more healthy overall. No, wait. The Timberwolves had over these last 2 years now has been more healthier than the Pelicans, pimp. That's real talk.
Cat was hurt, Gemini. He was hurt, man.
He wasn't hurt the majority of the time. Yeah, he did get hurt. And they still made it to the playoffs. He came back quick. Cat came back quick. When Ingram got hurt, Ingram went down. CJ went down. Then you had Daniels even caught a stinger. You had the guy from Honduras who just went back. Hernandez, he was even hurt. Then he the starting center was hurt. That's why Larry Nance was playing so much.
Because here's the thing. At least Cat showed up for the playoffs. Zion didn't.
Yeah.
Zion didn't even show up at the end of the season to help him out. Zion was healthy, right, physically, but since he wasn't right mentally, it didn't feel like himself. He ain't play. So he had a chance to come back. He didn't play. Cat at least came back.
Man, bump y'all folks, man. I'm about to start my own stream.
But like I said, man, this doesn't.
I love you like a play cut.
But listen. It doesn't mean that Anthony Edwards is not going to be better than Brandon. Like I said, I like Anthony Edwards' upside more than Brandon right now and I think Anthony Edwards is going to be better than him in a year or two, completely better. Because I see Anthony Edwards being the best shooting guard in the league. You see what I'm
Yes.
saying? That doesn't mean but that doesn't mean that I think right now I think Brandon Ingram is better. But in long term, yeah, Anthony Edwards is going to beat him out long term easily. I think Anthony Edwards is going to be the best shooting guard in the league. He's shown
But
that
that
potential to do that.
but Merv, that's the whole reason why he finally took it upon himself to change his position because they've been asking him to not be the small forward for years. And he
Hold on.
was
What
the
you
one
mean?
kept telling them
That's the
no.
coach
No,
making that
no,
decision, Gemini.
no,
What you
he
mean?
was the one. No, Edwards was the one that said he wanted to stay at small forward. Cause that's where they want to start Prince. They want to start Prince at small forward, have him at two guard, dog. And
All
now
right, man.
Prince is
Man.
happy. Now Prince is happy because now he's a Laker and he's at what? Small forward.
All right, bro. We'll see because everybody's talking about Anthony Edwards right now.
I mean, talking about him is one thing. I mean,
And I would take
but
that.
with
I would
him
take.
being better,
Gemini, I would take that advice more than I would take y'all's right now. I'll be honest.
Is Minnesota gonna make
LeBron
it to the
James,
playoffs this
Kevin
year?
he just
Garnett,
but
they
Big
got the
L,
ball.
He just changed his position himself from small forward to shooting guard. So what are you talking about, though? He just
All right,
did that.
man.
He just did
Okay.
that at the end of last season.
But he was balling at small forward. It's not like he wasn't balling at small
He was
forward.
he was getting overpowered by guys at small forward, dog. And he
So how's he
noticed
playing
that
better defense
finally.
than Ingram if he getting overpowered?
Hey,
Now on this
And he's
basketball
shorter than
team, he
Ingram. He's
playing the
6'4".
shooting guard. He's 6'5", though. Don't I
All
mean it's
right,
one
bro.
inch, but it's not the bedroom. But come on, bro. He's 6'5",
hey,
dog.
Hey,
hey, come
pause.
on, man. Hey, come on, man.
Hard pause.
Hey, come on. If
He,
he stay
What
there in
the
position, man,
hell?
he's
he,
6'5", dog.
he
He's
he
six
gonna get
five.
overpowered, man. By the likes of LeBron James and a couple other guys out there. He gonna
Yeah,
get overpowered every time.
he get overpowered at the small forward position, but
Right.
it
On
finally
top of that,
came to
they made the
reality
playoffs,
about it.
Gemini. So what
Are they
of
gonna
it?
make the playoffs?
At
Are they gonna make
small
the playoffs
forward.
this year? We gonna find out, man.
All right, we'll see. I'm not saying he the best. All I'm just saying, this argument
Okay,
is stupid
the
because
bad.
I'm talking about U.S. I wasn't talking about no damn league anyway.
No.
Murgaw started that damn argument.
No. Will he be better than Ingram? Yeah,
Thanks,
down the
Murgaw.
career,
Thanks for
yes.
starting this shit.
But 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 as far as right now, Ingram is a better small forward than him and a better playmaker on the court than him.
All right,
So
man.
now that's my only pushback to that.
Yeah, and don't forget, Brandon Ingram's still kind of younger. So Brandon Ingram ain't number 25 years old, bro. He came in the
Ingram
league.
25.
Yeah, he's only 25, bro.
Oh,
So
okay.
that you know, so he got some.
He still
He got a
haven't
lot.
peaked yet.
Yeah, he
I
hasn't
still
peaked
feel
yet.
like
That's what I'm saying.
I
Yeah.
still feel like he a lazy player, but okay, I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it there. All right.
No. Oh, okay. Murray kind of had the same problem, L. And the only reason why I'm kind of throwing this metaphor out there, cause and yes, I'm a kicker, no panic, but I'm gonna do this only to show you
Oh
that
Lord,
it really takes time to
no
trust your
panic.
body
I ain't heard
again.
that name in a
Yeah,
while.
I'm a kicker, no panic right now.
Uh
Just
oh.
like when Murray first came back, he did not really trust his body. Yes, the doctors cleared him. Yes, they said that he can play and be in contact again, but he did not trust himself like he did previously. Ingram is having that same problem at this point also. But has he peaked yet? No. He didn't even peak when he first got to the Pelicans and was scoring a lot. He did not peak.
Okay. All right. So okay. So I'm gonna ask this question. I'm gonna leave it alone. So
What you got?
LeBron, Kevin Garnett, the tweets that Flight has in his you know stream image. That's not significant. They they're you think
LeBron
that's
and Kevin
bullshit?
Garnett.
Shout
What?
out. That's a bullshit shout out right there. Those two.
No, I mean, no, we all shout out players when they doing good. Hell, even the ones who hate other players even give them the roses while they still playing. I mean,
All right, man.
what are we talking about here?
I thought you my homeboy, Jimmy. Now we always had the same. We always be on the same
Man,
side of the same take.
I'm with you,
You
but
tripping,
you
dog.
lost me on this one.
But you know what? Yeah, I know what Big L's
It's
talking
all
about.
good.
What I don't like about the league that all players created super teams. You know, that's the only thing I didn't like. You know, even I didn't
Man,
like that shit back then
LeBron
or
James
even
shot.
now.
Le,
You
But
know,
the
I didn't like
super
that
LeBron
team
shit.
James shot
started
out
with
everybody.
Boston. What are y'all
Yeah,
LeBron,
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about?
Boston. Yeah, I know it started
LeBron
with
James
Boston
be out
though.
here shot without Curry. He has shot out Curry.
Yeah, that's
He has
true.
shot.
Yeah,
He has shot out. He shot out Cooper Flag the other day. You see what I'm saying? So LeBron
Cooper
James do that
Flag
to
is
everybody. If
good.
you
That white boy's good.
he's good as far as
no, he
high
shot.
school. We don't know how he's gonna be in the
Yeah, we'll know how that's gonna
NBA and
turn
in
out. You're right. I
college.
give you that. I give you that.
Yeah, man. Like he shot out
But he
everybody,
shot out.
man.
But Curry was legit. Never
Hey,
mind. You know what?
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. The third best white player that I like before all these guys is White Chocolate Jason Williams, the white boy. He was cold. I liked him. You know.
What you bringing up?
White
Okay,
chocolate
yeah.
was a hell of a playmaker.
Why you
So
bringing
Yeah, he
up
was a hell of
White
a
Chocolate,
playmaker.
Confined? What the
I
hell?
believe he did.
How did he
Yeah,
make
you
it to
know.
this conversation?
well,
How did he make it into it, Confined? What the hell,
be,
dog?
because that is one of the players that LeBron has shouted out when you
Yes, he
kind
does.
of brought that up. So
Well, Jason Williams a beast. He's always been a beast. Yeah, him and yeah, Jason Williams. Oh my God, yeah. You talking about handles? Yeah, I
yeah,
tried to
white
copy some of his
chocolate.
stuff. Yeah, I tried to copy some of his stuff when I was playing. That's how good he was. He was the white Iverson, in my opinion.
Iverson is probably one of the best player skill wise. He just didn't have no teams players built about him. And I told y'all the league was scared of Allen Iverson, bro. They never seen a guy like that in his size come in and do the things that he did. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, Iverson
I
was that
I
dude.
I I I I disagree on that point because we all remember how Spud was.
Well, he
So
wasn't
that
shit like
I
Spud. Come on,
disagree.
bro. He wasn't shit like Spud
Oh,
though. Come on, let's
Gemini,
be
hold
real,
on.
Gemini.
Gemini.
Spud used to
Spud.
score.
I know Spud was a beast, but he wasn't no Allen Iverson. G. I watched Spud
Yeah, he
there
wasn't no
too.
Alvin
Come on,
Iverson.
he wasn't no Allen Iverson. G. Let's
Gemini.
keep it a buck. A
Yes,
spade
Did
is
sir.
you
a
say
spade.
Spud
Let's
was
keep a
just as
spade a spade, like you said. But
Spud
keep a
used to
spade a spade.
score.
Keep a
oh
spade a
my
spade. He
God,
wasn't doing what Iverson
Gemini.
did. Let's keep a spade, Gemini. Don't do
No,
that.
my nigga.
Don't do that,
Spud didn't
Gemini.
score. Spud didn't score.
He wasn't
All
no
He
right.
Allen
scored.
Iverson.
He wasn't like Iverson, bro. A spade is a spade, G. Don't come on, Gemini. Don't do that. Like you told me. Don't do
Gemini.
that, bro. Come on, man.
Bro, what this
Gemini.
what
I'm
this
so
dude did
surprised.
Come on, bro.
at 5'8",
Gemini. Are
man.
you
All
kidding
right.
me now?
All right.
Allen
All right.
Iverson.
All
No.
right.
Allen
No,
Iverson is a
I
Hall of
said
Famer.
Spud. I
How
said
was Spud
Spud was
Williams?
a scorer,
You put him on the same
and that
level as Allen Iverson, though. Why?
Hell
what
no,
he
bro.
did
You know that.
Gemini,
Come on.
what he did at
Gemini,
five
hold
eight.
Hell
on,
no.
hold on,
Come on, Gemini. A
Uh-oh.
spade is a
What he
hold
did
on,
at
spade, G.
Gemini,
5'8"?
Come
Uh-oh.
on, my
You
G.
Gemini,
in
Don't do that,
trouble,
man.
Gemini.
Gemini,
Yes,
I
sir.
Gemini,
can't believe you said
Gemini,
that.
What you got, Murph?
We gonna get in
Gemini.
trouble.
Hold on, let me
Yes,
speak.
sir.
Let me speak. Let me speak. Gemini, I agree
Yeah.
with you on a lot of things. Spud Webb to Iverson, it's like comparing Andre Iguodala to Michael Jordan. Please don't do that, man.
No, I
Please don't
wouldn't
do
do
that.
that.
That's what
I
Please
you
don't do
did,
that.
Gemini. That's what
nah.
Please
you
don't do
did,
that.
nigga.
I
You pulled
said
a no
I
panic
said
Please don't do that. Please
no.
don't do that.
twice tonight,
Please don't do that, man. Please don't do that, man. Because
Gemini.
because Spud Webb a decent player in his heyday, yes. But to call him a scorer, absolutely not. Not with scoring like 11, 12 points a game, though. Scorer to me is somebody that's averaging 20 points a game consistently. That's a
His
scorer.
his
Spud
Yeah,
claim
Webb
to
was decent.
his
he
claim to
didn't do it
fame was that the fact he
consistently.
was short and he could dunk. That's what his claim to fame was. He was not scoring like that though.
Just
Net.
depends on the game. Like
Yeah,
he
he might have
did
got it
score.
off sometimes. I mean, he was good, but he was not Allen Iverson though. Come on, man. He wasn't even who. Trying to think of somebody. He was just a little bit above Nate Robinson. If you want to really be honest.
The most, hold on, I got it right here. The most points Spud averaged a game was in the 91-92 season when he was with Sacramento. and he averaged 16 points a game. That's the most he averaged in his career. Other
Yeah,
than
that's
that, other than that, other than that, man, for a career, he only averaged 9.9 points a game.
okay. So we had to break this down, Jim and I. Why the hell did you make that comparison, dog? What was that?
No,
What-
I'm going off of height when you brought up height.
I'm gonna say, man, what Kool-Aid was
What?
you drinking tonight, man?
No, man. He wasn't even close to 6 feet. He was what, 5?
He was 5'7". He was
Five
5'7". That
five
was it. That
seven.
was it. That was his
Spud was
actual
five
list
seven.
height. Yeah, 5'7". Yeah.
Spud was 5'7".
And it's
But
debatable that Muggsy Bogues was better than Spud Webb because
Oh
Muggsy.
no.
I'm just saying because Muggsy did a lot more than Spud as far as distributing, defense. People were afraid of Muggsy Bogues. They didn't want to play him. Spud, he just was not dunk contest. That's about it.
Nah,
I'm telling you, Jim, and
Spud
okay,
used to
man.
give Boston problems. He used to give
Did
Boston
he? I ain't
problems.
never heard
Yeah.
that. I heard Muggsy get shouted out
I
by
heard
the best.
Dominique Wilkins gave him problems. I don't know about Spud Webb too much though, but Dominique
No,
Wilkins, yeah.
I ain't heard about no Spud Webb giving nobody no problems at all. Muggsy
Yeah,
was doing that at 5'3" or 5.
yeah. 5'4" and 3/4. Muggsy
Yeah,
was.
yeah. Muggsy was giving people a lot of issues
And the only
because
reason why I know Muggsy height, cause Muggsy said in the interview, "Y'all gonna give me my 3/4."
yeah, right,
He
right.
told that to a reporter. That was
Yeah,
funny as
Muggsy was cool,
hell.
bro.
Boy, I said,
He
"You gonna
was
give me my 3/4, man? You
right.
gonna give me my 3/4?"
Sometimes I wonder, like, if Muggsy, somebody like, they had that Moxie like uh,
So
Muggsy.
I,
Would they? I
so
want. I want. Hey, Gemini. Damn, I'm talking.
No, that was Murgaard. That wasn't me.
No, I said Murgaard. My fault. But I was saying if Muggsy was playing this year, I wonder if these tall point guards would be as effective. Even Melo, because if you got somebody handling you full court, that's that easy to be dealing with. To be honest.
Yeah, they
I
don't do
think
that no more.
Melo will handle that just fine because he's shown that you get up on him, he gonna lace you.
Okay. Okay. I believe you, Murgaard. I'm not
Melo,
saying you're wrong.
I
Okay.
think Melo will
I just
handle
said I
that just
wonder.
fine. It's the point guards that don't know how to handle the basketball. They ain't got a dribble package. The Melo got tools in his toolbox.
Right. I agree. What was
So
What was we talking about before I started? Because I put y'all off y'all string all the time. I be fucking
Yeah,
up
because you
everything.
came up here like Poe. You came up here just like Poe. You kicked the
well the
Poe.
top
I kicked the no
so
panic. So anyway,
so the topic of discussion overall was basically is Anthony Edwards better than the Melo because of the recency bias.
my
That's what
position.
Is that the discussion?
that was
Uh
the
oh.
main discussion.
Okay, so I would. Okay, I ain't contribute to that. I'm just saying that right now.
At all.
Hey,
At
yeah, did
all.
y'all read the
I'll
chat?
be
Hey,
honest.
did y'all read the chat? Hey, it says Zion is coming back with a vengeance. That's what
Bro,
Deb
Mm,
said.
I
I
He's
hope
coming back
so.
I
with a
believe
vengeance.
it. I believe it when I see it.
Exactly. I agree.
Hey, dude, been working out, bro. I seen it. I seen his recent Twitter, bro. He been working out, bro. So
Man, I don't
he
care.
ready.
Listen,
Yeah.
listen, listen, listen. For the past 3-4 years, we've been seeing Zion post pictures online of him basically looking fit and physical, like and ready and everything. Can only play 10 games.
Right.
I say
So I don't care.
Who
I'm
got the echo?
this dude gonna be
um
focused. I got the fan on, but yeah, yeah.
Kafani, I'm more worried about the other players on the Hornets if they're gonna step up. I'm worried about the rookie. I'm worried about Daniels. Stepping up and
That
finally taking their rightful place on the team. Like the rookie, I think he's gonna like make everybody believe. Well, I'll be honest. That
Who?
rookie they have right
Who?
talking about
now,
Hawkins.
yeah,
Yeah, he
I,
gonna be a
I,
good. He gonna be
I,
a good. He gonna be a
I,
good 3-point shooter off the
Hey,
bench.
hey, Jimmy, I know you're going to one of the New Orleans games because you over there on that camp,
no,
man.
I'm
I know
not.
you're going to one of them games. I know you
No,
got to
I'm
go to us.
not.
You telling me you ain't gonna go to another one New Orleans game?
Man, I got off of 15
Even
tickets
though you're a
last
Lakers
year
fan,
and
I know
didn't
that.
go. I got off of 15 tickets last year and didn't go.
Hold up, you ain't even go to the
No,
the Pelicans game.
no,
Man, is Dex on? He must be outside on the stream. Go back
man.
inside, Dex. That damn echo.
I did not go. And I didn't go for my own reasons, but no, I did not go, bro. I got free tickets. I didn't go.
Why? I thought this was your team.
No, I'm a Lakers fan, Pim. What you talking
Oh,
about?
okay. I
What you
didn't know.
mean?
Okay, I thought
I'm a
you was a
Lakers fan.
Pelicans fan.
No, no, no. That's just,
Yeah, I
just,
know.
just,
That's just definitely.
yeah. I'm a Lakers fan. I'm actually a LeBron fan. And
Oh man,
and
that's crazy.
let
So
me wait. Hold up, Kafani. Merv God. And you haven't been on the last couple of days. I do owe you a rebuttal, sir. Yes, they
What's
should
that?
have been co-rookie of the year that year. I owe you
Who?
a rebuttal, sir.
Who?
Talking about Carmelo and LeBron.
Carmelo and LeBron.
Yep.
But just like Shaq got cheated out the MVP, um Carmelo got cheated out of co-rookie of the years.
Yep.
I actually went back, looked at a lot of the games, a lot of the highlights. They was like neck and neck, but LeBron had him like by a slight nose. That's all.
Did
But
the
yeah,
Nuggets make it to the playoffs though? Because I think LeBron made it to the playoffs.
Nah, LeBron didn't make it to the playoffs. LeBron didn't make it to the playoffs. And
LeBron
next,
didn't. Yeah,
LeBron did.
LeBron
Carmelo made it
didn't.
to the playoffs.
Oh, okay.
Carmelo
Yeah,
led his
the
team in the playoffs. A matter of fact,
Carmelo.
Carmelo led the team in scoring as well as he led the team to the playoffs.
Yes.
Mm, okay. Interesting. Well, I'm about to jump off, fellas. I'll let Pope if Pope was on, he could
Man,
start some shit
man,
too.
cut it out. Man, cut it out.
Stop that.
See,
But you ain't answer the question though. Who you think better, Lamelo? Before you go, you think better, Lamelo or Anthony Edwards?
No comment. I'm good, dog. I ain't
they
got nothing to
play
say.
two different
Man, come on, man.
positions. Merv, they play
I
Come
two
ain't
on,
got
man.
different
nothing to say.
positions, bro. Y'all can't do that,
It's
dog.
gonna be hard to
One
talk about
play
Come
that
on,
one,
point
man.
dog.
guard,
Come
one
on.
play
No,
shooting guard. How can
I
y'all
just want to
do
know his.
that?
Cause
I
my
just want to
problem,
know
hey,
his
Murgard, Murgard, this is my
What's
thing.
up? What's
I
up?
got a hard time because
talk about skill wise, okay.
Lamelo a beast skill wise, but I don't know if he's as efficient as. My thing is, Anthony Edwards play a lot better defense than Lamelo. Lamelo, his defense, I don't know what the fuck he be doing, man. I don't get it. He can, he has the length, he has the ability to play better defense, but I don't see him playing better defense than Anthony Edwards. I'm not saying Anthony Edwards is better than him, but I'm not gonna make that comparison until I see what I need to see from Lamelo. That's all. 'Cause I don't want to. I don't want to do it. I plead the fifth.
I don't want to do it. You
I'm gonna pull a Gemini out tonight.
You some
I'm not gonna touch that discussion.
Is it, bro? It's certain things I don't touch, dog.
I'm not gonna touch it. Is that good enough for you, Murgard?
Yeah, that's good enough. I get it. I was just messing with you, man.
I, I ain't gonna lie. I'm mad that I missed the Laker discussion last night while y'all playing. With my team being so deep and I couldn't talk about them last night. Oh my God,
ain't nobody,
Kafani, you
ain't
didn't
nobody
do
thinking
the
about the
Lake.
Lakers.
Oh man, I thought you
Ka-
was coming up, man, but it was just being Vernon,
Man,
man, and flight, man. We
man,
just
you did,
cooking, man.
bro.
Oh
You
man.
did not know, but
Hey,
y'all did not do them justice, dog. Y'all did not do them justice, dog.
I,
Uh,
I
The
hope.
Lakers are deep,
I,
dog.
hey,
I
this who
hope
y'all
the
need, bro.
Lakers.
Hey, I just thought about y'all need Steven Adams on y'all squad. Y'all get that big, strong dude on you.
Hold up.
That's
Y'all need Steven
all we
Adams.
need. But
Y'all need
dog,
Steven
that's
Adams,
all
bro.
we need
Yeah,
is a
y'all get him, y'all
center.
be good.
Y'all
Yeah,
didn't
y'all
do
be
us
good.
no justice
Do the Lakers
this
now have
having our
James
team.
Harden?
No, we don't need that boy. Man, we don't need that boy at
Hey
all.
man, y'all
Who did
get
y'all
the
get to become deep?
hell no,
Man,
man.
we got D'Lo, Vincent, we have Cam Reddish, we have Reeves, we have Vandal, we have Prince, we have LeBron, we got AD, the Roy, the guy we just got from Florida,
And
the
y'all gonna have another mediocre year.
no, the only thing we need is a
Lakers ain't doing nothing.
is a
I
legitimate
hope not.
backup center. No, dog, no.
Anthony Edwards gonna be hurt all year again.
Nah, man,
Y'all gonna be
Big
whacked.
L, you high
What?
as a kite,
I
dog.
don't give a
We
damn what you say.
no, we from 1 through 4, we are so deep that it's ridiculous.
No, not
We
really.
missing that 1-5 position, that 1-5 position. Man, you high as a kite, dog.
I'm about to get off, man. What's the name about to end the stream anyway? Holla
Yeah.
at you.
Run.
No, and
Get
not.
on. Eat it. Kick rock.
Is it Dex?
And
Go
let me
back
tell you
Yes.
something.
inside, Dex. We can't hear you.
LaMelo Ball
We
do
can't hear
play
you. Go back inside, man.
LaMelo Ball do play
Breaking up, nigga.
defense. And not only do he play defense, he might not be a stellar defensive player, but his number reflects that he played defense. Because if he didn't, he wouldn't have any steals. And I'm quite sure all those steals are not just some deflection and then he just happened to carouse the basketball. Now, I don't know why everybody want to nitpick LaMelo's game. Every player have flaws. Every player have blemishes. And LaMelo is one. LaMelo's only 22 years old. I just watched the interview of the owners talking about how stellar LaMelo Ball is. And these are the people that paid him $260 million. So how dare you that never paid him nothing try to say he ain't no good defensive player. He just as good a defense of any average defender that's out there. He's not stellar. He's not top notch, but he's not absent of defense. That's my
Oh,
that's my
All
thing.
right,
oh,
Dex.
So
I
All
think
right.
okay. So Dex, can
hold
I
on,
stop
and
you
to
with
add
one
on,
thing?
hold on, and to
You
add on, hold on before you continue, let me add
okay?
on to this real quick. And the reason why LaMelo Ball is
I
probably not stellar on the defensive end, it has nothing to do with his lateral ability, has nothing to do with his instincts. He lacks strength right now. So he get moved off his spot. Sometimes he does have lapses when it comes to basically playing off ball. But the biggest issue is mainly is he lacks the strength right now. And he get bounced off the spot, which causes him to foul a lot. That's his
okay.
issue where he has to fix right there.
Oh,
Yeah, I
okay.
agree with that.
Now, okay. Now, hold on, Dex. I just have to say this. Don't say that y'all like you from the south, bro. I didn't say shit about ball. The Hornets fan is the one who said something about ball, dog. And you came up here like we all then said something about Lamelo. We didn't say a goddamn thing. It was L. So if you're gonna jump down his throat, have
He
at it.
jumped down my throat. It's all good. I don't give a damn. Listen,
pause,
I
pause. I do
have
not want your throat that bad. Pause.
See,
go back
y'all the only
inside,
one that
nigga.
be thinking
You
that way.
breaking up. I can't hear your.
Yeah,
Hey,
Hey,
y'all the
listen,
only
we
ones
living
that
in a
be thinking
world with
that.
the alphabet people running everything, so you have to be kind of careful of how you approach your vernacular and
Yeah,
your
pause. I mean,
colloquialism.
yeah, pause. I was gonna say that too. Pause.
oh, my bad. Hey, listen, the mellow is good. That's no question. I just have issues with
I
his fouling. That's all I'm
I got a
asking.
better question for y'all then. Will both of these guys be top 20 next year during the season, like the whole season?
Both for what guys?
Edwards and Lamelo.
I think so. That's a strong possibility.
Top
They just got, as long as
15?
they stay healthy. Well, Anthony Edwards been healthy for for his career. So Lamelo just got to stay healthy. And so when he have these games where he goes 25, 8 and 6 for a protracted period of time, then he'd be back in that conversation as the golden child.
Yeah, I mean, and Thunder. No, dog. You gotta look at this LA roster this year. This is one of the deepest teams LeBron has ever been a part of, dog. All we missing is a center, dog.
I'll be glad when
So
I'm tired. I'm just tired.
Maybe LeBron get that. Maybe LeBron play the center. That is
I'll take
bullshit,
Van
man.
Carroll. I'll take Van Carroll off of the national team right now. I'll take Van Carroll. Give me Van Carroll off of the national team right now. Put him on LA, and yes, then I say championship team across the board.
Please.
I'll take Van Carroll. Because 1
Nah,
through
but Jack,
4, we good.
man, Jackson Hayes gonna play center for y'all.
He's a good backup, Merv. I mean, I'll give you that. A backup, dog.
Yeah, he gonna play backup, man. He might start some games.
I think
I mean,
Jackson Hayes is going to be a pretty good fit because he's going to be able to be loose and run the floor like he wants to run the floor, and it'd be reminiscent of his rookie season when he was with Lonzo.
he has to gain more weight. Dex can't.
He ain't got to gain weight to run the floor.
Yes,
Not
Dex.
to run the floor. You
Dex.
talking about far as manning the rim? Yes. But far as running the floor, you ain't got to be no stout
He
player to
run
run
like
no floor.
he run like a gazelle now. What are you talking about? He
That's what I'm
has to
saying. You
gain
talking about
weight.
gaining weight? That's all I'm talking about, running the floor.
Bruh, he runs the floor now. He has to gain weight, pimp. He has to gain weight. Because right
But
To
now,
run the
Gemini,
floor or gain weight to be a
on the
prominent
ankle
player?
we have.
Hold
Right
on,
now,
Gemini.
Gemini. Hold on one second. You said gain weight to run the floor or to be a prominent player in a Laker uniform?
to really play the center position like we need right now. Because
Okay,
right
so
now,
I'm not arguing that.
Rui is the defensive anchor with that 255 to 260 body. Right now, we're putting all that responsibility on Rui, and Rui shouldn't need that. Rui should be able to play his and handle his business. But right now, we that's the main
Okay,
reason why
I'm
we
gonna ask you a question real
need him.
quick. How
What's
how
up?
much do Nazi Reid weigh? Since you high on Nazi Reid, how much do he weigh?
Naz Reid weigh 245.
And how much do Jackson Hayes weigh?
They have him down as 220, but I think he had went to 230.
So he need to gain 15 pounds to be
No,
relevant.
I say 10. I say 10.
Oh, 10? Okay.
With his frame 10.
But how much
Well,
is
go
muscle?
ahead. Go ahead, Purple.
How much is Nas Reed muscle done?
Oh, he is more muscle.
That's what
Like
I'm saying.
that Nas is in shape. Like
Hey,
Nas
hey, hey,
moving.
Gemini, I'm sorry to tell you, bro, but Jackson Hayes is 220 pounds. I'm looking at the listing right now.
They have
The
him
weight.
down as 220, but when he left from here, he was like 230.
But you also gotta realize too that they might have him listed as something different come training camp. So he might say 220 now, but that was probably when he was with the Pelicans at the start of the season. Whereas
Yeah,
at when the
no,
time period when he gets to the Lakers, with the time period he
it's
gets to
his
the
weight
Lakers, they
from his
might
rookie year. They
yeah,
never
he
changed
might
his
be
weight since his rookie year. They
yeah,
haven't.
so he might weigh a lot differently now. So they never changed it.
Yeah, but he was heavier than 220. Even in his last appearance in the Pelicans uniform, he weighed heavier than 220, and you could tell.
Right, and then THT ate his way out of a Laker uniform, so I'm quite sure Jackson Hayes can gain a few pounds.
Yeah, I mean, I'm I just want him to gain at least 10. But we do need to go back to winning by center by committee, and that's why I want, and I'll say it again, that another center, and I'll take Van Carroll, who's on the national team, who was cut by the Jazz, that nobody wants. That I'm shocked that nobody wants this man, but he's good enough for the national team.
I agree with you, Thunder. He is only good for a fast up and down team. That's why he should have been maybe a Hornet or something, or a Bull. I don't know, but
Nah. We needed him. No, we needed
yeah.
him.
But with the Lakers playing at half court, I'm quite sure he's gonna have to play with the second team a lot. Because out there with LeBron, I mean, he's gonna look lost.
I mean, they're going to help him with his defensive IQ. That's the main thing I said he needed to work on. His defensive IQ. That's the main reason why he was getting those ticky tacky fouls.
But you
because it wasn't playing center no more. He was the power forward, so he was out of where he was supposed to be,
He's
and
just a low
and he
IQ player, though. I mean, let's be honest. Jackson Hayes is a low IQ player, and he is a speed demon, and he got hoppers. So they was trying to, make him somewhat well rounded. Something that the Hornets was trying to do with Kai Jones. That's failed. But at least Jackson Hayes, got his head above water where Kai Jones is just totally failing. Other than that,
some
I don't know what else the Lakers could really do with him. I mean, LeBron is not going to babysit his low aptitude. You follow what I'm saying? So he's just going to have to play with the second team and make most of his minutes with that. Because once LeBron get on the court, I don't see Jackson Hayes playing with LeBron extended minutes.
no, but
me.
that's the main reason why I want Van Carroll. We need that third center. I really want Q from the Kings, who's on their G League team. His footwork is bananas, and he's also only 23 years old. Like I really want Q, and he's a 7 footer. He's like 7 foot 1, 7 foot 2, and his footwork bananas. He he would even make it as a Hornet, but I don't think the Hornets would actually go for him because that young man won't stay home.
So Jackson Hayes on the Lakers, all he has to do is focus on manning the rim and
On ball
running the
defense. On
running
ball
the
defense. He
yeah, but
already
he's not
runs the
really
floor.
he's too, like
He,
you
he
just said, he's too light for on ball defense.
yeah, but he runs the floor, so he doesn't need to concentrate on that. Like overall,
No, that's what he no, he do need to focus on that because we don't
he
need him in nothing else. No pick and roll,
no
none of that. You
no,
know
but
what I'm
that's the
saying? Because all he's
automatic
gonna do
for
is
him.
fumble the ball because he does that a lot. Especially when he
Yeah.
was playing with Lonzo, he fumbled the ball a lot. He put it in his pocket and somehow he got like baby oil on his hands. But nevertheless, some say he got small hands, but I ain't going there. But
Pause.
nevertheless,
Pause.
Jackson Hayes just got to run and man the rim. That's it. Nothing else. Don't focus on nothing else. If you get a tip or put back dunk, cool. On reaction, cool. But we ain't looking for you to score not 1 point. All we looking for you to do is stop them from scoring as much as possible within the framework of the game, and you don't get petty fouls, send them to the line and stop the clock and things of that nature. If you play with that level of IQ, then you have understood your job description and you can remain in purple and gold.
Okay. I'll give you that aspect of it, but I think he's gonna play better. I really do. I
I
personally
think so
think he's
too.
gonna play
I think so too. I
better.
think he's going to play better. He's in a better atmosphere, and that LA silo is just mad crazy. He's always in Calabasas anyway. Hell, that's where he got in trouble, hanging out in the valley and just thinking more of himself than he was. One thing about the LAPD, they don't care about no tall, light skinned dude.
No, they sure don't. That they
And he,
sure
and he
don't.
found out the hard way. Light skin don't mean nothing in LA. It might mean something in the South. It don't mean nothing in LA.
Um.
What you got, Perp?
Oh no, it just confuses me about Jackson Hayes um that like I forgot what position they said he played in football. I think he was a receiver, and I'm like, you should
Mm-hmm.
have better hands. But I just watched a podcast recently where they was asking, is it harder for a football player to go play basketball or for a basketball player to go play football? And
Basketball to play football.
no, they said the opposite.
Basketball to play football. Basketball to play football.
No, they said the opposite.
I
They
play dual sports and you get popped in football. You get
and
popped. And you have to block and everything else. I play running back and safety, baby. It's harder.
I know that, and I agree with you. But they said it's more hard. It takes more skill. Excuse me. It was a skills thing. They say it takes more skill to do basketball than it is to do football. Not to say football players are dumb and not skillful, but because I would have thought it was football too. I'm
They
like,
don't know
nah,
what they're talking about. They don't
football.
know what they're talking about. They don't know what they're talking about.
These are
They
professional NFL
they do
players.
not know what they're talking about. It's basketball to football.
Yeah, because let's say this because we know that LeBron played football before. Then he went to basketball, and we know Allen Iverson also played football. Allen Iverson was a quarterback for
And,
football,
and
but
and LeBron
yeah,
and LeBron was a wide receiver. And
wide
and and
receiver.
and
Yup.
and look at the yardage LeBron put up. Look at the yardage he put up as a wide. And he did sometime play tight end. But look at the yards that he put up. Like he was ranked in the top 10 in the state. But where they really thought he was gonna put down the basketball. To be honest, they really thought he was gonna put down the basketball.
No, I didn't see that. It looked like he could have, but basketball was
No,
in
with no,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
with
With
the
the numbers,
numbers that
yeah,
he
with the
put
numbers,
up,
yeah.
they really thought he was gonna put down basketball. They really did. Until they really paid attention to him on the basketball court. And they're like, nah, he ain't gonna put down the basketball. So nah, it 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 is really it's really from basketball to football. Cause football or basketball, yeah, your hands are pretty much already there as an average. Now you may not be a total um ball handler, but you can handle the ball somewhat.
I
And,
want somebody,
and
Anthony Edwards, that question though, because he played. I think if I remember, what, a year or so of basketball, but before that he was playing football.
I I I really don't think the answer will be different. It will really be from basketball to football because
But
you it's more potential to get hurt in
and
football than basketball, especially being at the bottom of a pile. The
yeah,
the extra antics that be going on at the bottom of the pile. Like I had to put a visor on my helmet because dudes was trying to poke me in my eye and everything. So I mean, nah, man.
I,
Like
it's a higher chance of getting hurt. The speed alone. But that was interesting because I'm like, man, the answer is football. It's harder for a basketball player to play football. And these was two football players. It's the I think it's the Kelsey's Brothers podcast or whoever podcast it was, but they was up there talking about it. And I was like, what, y'all are football players, y'all gonna say that?
but the Kelsey brothers alone, if you really look at it, they the older brother, does it look like he ever played basketball? Just be honest.
The older brother no, but the younger brother did.
Yeah, I'm saying the older brother. And the main reason
The
why I'm
older
going
brother
out the
probably
older brother,
the older
go
brother
ahead,
not.
Murph.
I
Yeah.
said I
I was
said,
like,
I think the older brother won. I don't think the older brother ever played. He probably played in the backyard, but played professionally, no.
Right. But
because
and the
But the
younger
thing,
brother don't normally go against the older brother when he says something, even though he know his brother be wrong. He doesn't normally go against him.
that's funny, Gemini.
I'm like, hey, I'm keeping it 100 and funky though.
yeah, yes, yeah. You know, I mean, I think it's tougher. I think it's tougher to play basketball or for them to make it in basketball. But football ain't easy because I swear none of them could probably do what Jason Kelsey does. Nobody in the league can do what Jason Kelsey
Be-
does.
Yeah, I would say I say basketball or football too, because I mean, I ain't, I played the football, but I ain't never played, like that. But I know that you gotta have a lot of movement. You gotta shit. You gotta you gotta be on your shit. You get it easy to
And
get your ass popped, out there too. So yeah,
I mean,
it's
and then
more
on top of
weight
this,
room training. It's more practice.
weight
It
training, all that
it
shit. Yeah, hit the weight room,
it
baby.
it it's more drills in football in
Yeah,
basketball.
yeah,
Like
it is.
literally, it's
I see.
way
I
more
Yeah,
drills,
yeah, I
dog.
seen the drills. I seen the drills, and it ain't no
I mean,
joke.
I don't know about that, man. Because I mean, it's a lot of drills in basketball. Because I played basketball as well as I played football.
It's a lot of
So, and I
drills. It's a
went
lot of
through
drills in
drill.
track too.
It's
It's a
a
lot of drills in
it's a
track
lot
too.
it's a lot of drills in just about all sports. It's just a
It,
matter of
it's a
that.
lot of drills, Murph, but like now I'm speaking from the running back position. From the running back position, I had more drills than in my point guard like drills, like literally. When
I mean,
with me playing safety, okay, I'll give you, but basketball have more drills. But with me playing safety, totally different. But me playing running back, oh no, I got way more drills. I got
Hey,
way more
Gemini.
I
Hey,
drills.
mean, I
Gemini.
mean, it's a lot of. I mean, I just
The
think
reason
about.
why,
I just
no,
think
my
that it's
bad. The
just.
reason,
I just think that it's about the same, man.
hey, Gemini, I know what Gemini saying. Gemini probably, hey, Gemini, you ever been in training in football to where you had to have the biggest 300 pounders on your back? I seen my cousin been through that. I never done this shit.
Yeah, I,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
had the
yeah.
five man
You had to
carry
jog
them.
room on
I
your back. You
had
had to
the
jog room on your back and come all the way back and shit like that. And if the coach tell you if you stop, you gonna have to do it all over again and shit like that. So that's what
yeah
Gemini
that
probably talking about. Yeah,
yeah. I
that
mean,
shit tough.
five
Yeah,
man
that shit
carry
tough.
drills. Like,
Yeah.
bruh, nah, it's a few more for football than basketball. Now I'm speaking from the running back position. I quarterback position. Okay, I'll give you that. Wide receiver's pretty up there too, and outside linebacker is pretty much out there. But nah, bro. Running back, I know for sure I had more drills than what I had to do at point guard. I'd rather be at basketball practice than football practice, to be honest. Even when we had on the color jerseys, where it was all you were supposed to do was touch the player. Come on, man. Nah, I disagree with you on that one, Merv.
Yeah, but hey, but the only thing I can say about basketball and football is like, yeah, you gonna be running stairs. Your coach, they're gonna be having you running long distances and shit. Yeah, you better believe that because that was the same thing in track. The only thing I could say compare that. But I think yeah, but football has a little bit more drills than what I've seen. Football has a little bit more drills than basketball does. You know.
Yeah, because just when it comes to I want to say running, just on running, we have more. Just on money. And yes, both of the sports run. Yes, I will say that.
Well, it,
But no, we run way more in football.
yeah.
Way more.
Well, you got also it depends on who your coach is too. Like I said, you got yeah, football ones more supposedly, but even the basketball, me playing basketball, shit, we ran a lot. We just ran much as the football players did. Shit, yeah, it depends on who your coach is too. Plus, I'm used to it because I ran track any damn way, so I loved it. You know what I'm saying?
I
It mattered
ran
to me.
cross country, but
Yeah,
I mean,
I ran it.
still,
I loved it, so I enjoyed it. You know,
I
shit.
ran more in football, and I ran more weighted, having that weight vest on, having ankle and wrist weights on. I ran more weighted with football than I did with basketball. I'm sorry, like that's the main reason why I disagree with Merv on that one. Like my real conditioning came from my football season. So when I walked in the like even though
I ain't
like
gonna tell you.
that helped me get 100% with basketball. Like that helped me 100%.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. What helped me with basketball and track was my swimming, bro. I was a swimmer before. I was a swimmer like a motherfucker, though. I got trained by three professional swimmers, so that's what helped me out in the sport. That because swimming works all your muscles out. You know what I'm saying? So, I was strong as an ox coming into the sport. Yeah.
Now I dig what you saying,
Well,
CL,
well, swimming, yeah,
about
swimming works all your muscles. You gotta
Antonio
think about.
Gates and
Yeah.
Jimmy and Tony Gonzalez. Like I dig what you saying, but Jimmy Graham couldn't shoot. Tony, I think, was an average shooter, and Gates was a dunker. and I'll give you that.
Yeah, it depends. Yeah, it depends on the position. Sometimes, yeah, and sometimes you got players that might want to do more drills to get better in other areas. You know what I'm saying? Too, you
I
got that
mean,
too. You know.
the defensive player for the Browns. Why I can't call his name? Oh man, Garrett. I think his name is Garrett. He was the main one that said it's harder to shoot in basketball. Like he was like to get this little ball to go in that goal consistently. He was the main one that pointed out shooting as a monster. He said that's hard.
Well, yeah, well, it depends, man. You know, shooting doesn't come overnight. I can tell you that for so that shit. To be a really good shooter, you got to be doing that shit for years. You know, you know,
I agree with that.
to be consistent, to have a
Right,
consistent
right,
jump
right.
shot, form.
But but
Yeah.
but but that's what I'm basing it on. And for the ones that he had up there, yes, Gate, Gates Gates was a dunker. I do remember him. Gonzalez, I think he also played power forward. So that was put back in dunks. That was not shooting. Like Jimmy, I don't even think Jimmy was a good shooter. I honestly don't think Jimmy was a good shooter. And I don't remember a lot of his high school days, but I don't even remember him being a good shooter. Put back in dunks, yeah, because Jimmy had hops. But as far as shooting, I don't remember Jimmy like being like that dude. I may be wrong. I just don't remember Jimmy Graham being that dude. I'm sorry. Now, if I'm wrong, Merv, please help me out.
Oh shit, man! It really depends on who you are, how fast you catch on. That's the only thing I can say. You know, play as far as switching sport to sport.
No, no, I dig what the overall preference is,
yeah. Of course.
but but I would say it's harder for a football player to get a round ball into a goal constantly, and they're not used to that. Like to do that on a consistent basis. Now, not to be an average player, I'm talking about to be that same star that they are in football. It's harder, and that's the only thing I'm basing.
Yeah, yeah. David McNabb to play college hoops, but he ended up playing football. And yeah, Charlie Ward that played for the New York Knicks that used to play football also,
Right,
but
he played point guard.
he
He
played point
played
guard.
point guard.
Yeah, and I remember somebody else who I was thinking about. Randy Moss played basketball, but he ended up playing football. You know what I'm saying? And,
Yeah,
yeah,
Randy, but
yeah.
Randy was a dunker. Like Randy was a dunker pimp.
Yeah, that nigga
Randy,
had hops, man. He was 6'5" and had hops, bro. I
yeah,
know for a fact.
he used
Yeah.
to damn near jump out the gym. Like he for high school, he was a average shooter as far as the 3-point line, but he was a dunker and a slasher. Like that's what his game was. All, all, all cornbread eating that he does. That boy was a slasher. Like I can't lie on Moss. I'm still shocked that how he went to the prom in your boy car. I'm still shocked. Randy actually lent the Mercedes out. I was actually shocked at that.
Yeah, who I was thinking about? Yeah, Roy Jones. He played college basketball. I seen his games as a college player. He turned out to be a boxer. I said, yeah, okay. I like shit.
But he was a but he's an overall athlete
He's an
though.
overall athlete
Like
though. See, he don't got too many players like that. So yeah, he was an overall athlete though. Yup.
right, but please don't ask me to make real athletes a part of this subject because that's like saying all stars can't go play another sport. I'm talking about the average basketball player, just like the average football player, cannot play dual sports. We're not talking about all stars or athletes.
No,
We're
we
not
talking
talking
about
about them. We're talking about the average player. So
the
don't
average player. Yeah.
so don't take it out of context.
Right.
We're talking about the average player.
Now, the average player can't really do both sports. Just be real. Only you got there's a small percentage of players like that have done it. You know.
But that's what we was doing. We was taking it out of context. We're not talking about all stars and athletes. We're talking about the average football player, the average basketball player. You're gonna put them on a court. You're gonna put them on the field. No, you're not. You're not. And the main reason why I brought up Garrett Malls, just like when he brought up Jimmy Peppers, Gates, they are athletes. They wasn't just all stars in football. Those are athletes. Gonzalez, you can't tell me Gonzalez, honestly, with the way he played when he was in the NFL, that he couldn't play in the NFL today. You can't tell me that. That man was an all-around athlete.
No, you can't. No, you can't take that from him. That's one thing you can't do. On that.
So, so basically, like that's what I'm getting at, CL. You cannot take the average football or basketball player and put them in the other sport. And I'm purple. I'm sorry I took that over for you, baby. Come back to the flow. You come up with the next topic. I'm sorry, purple. I humbly apologize. Cause I really do feel overall athlete, nah man. Like average athlete, you're not gonna take a point guard and put them at quarterback in the NFL. No, you're not gonna do that. Even in college, you're not gonna do that.
No, hell no, you ain't gonna do
A
that. No.
athlete, a athlete, yeah, you would. But the average, nah, you're not gonna do that. Like I ain't gonna lie, to me, Ward should have stayed with football. To me, I think he would have had a longer football career.
Like I said, it's good. LeBron. I think LeBron made the right choice because I don't think LeBron would play long as he did in football as he would basketball. So
Nah, I think it would have.
not
I think
20,
it would have.
not 19 years. Nah, I don't see it, bro.
The the
I
the
don't
the
see
the,
it.
no
Even though you
the
talking about he's strong as hell, I'm talking about the hits you could take in football. You could tell your ACL, knee, all that shit, bro. Like, you know,
I speed wise, LeBron was fast, dog. When he
yeah.
stopped playing football, LeBron had speed. So all you had to do was throw the ball up, and he was gonna fall with the ball. Like all you had to do was throw it ahead of him, and he was gonna run right under it and catch it.
Yeah, I know that, but I don't think he was going. I don't think he would have last like 19 going into his 20th season of football like he would, like he is basketball. Cause I'm just due to the fact that you just don't know, man. In football, anything can
Now
happen out there.
I don't think he would have made as much money,
Yeah,
but
that too.
I think he would have had a long career. Only because of the way he take care of his body. Now, if you would have said that about somebody that would not, that does not take care of their body, okay. But we all know LeBron James has slotted from 1.1 to 1.3 every season he's been in the NBA, just on healthcare, nutrition, and recovery.
Yep, yep. He took it. Yep, that's what he did. That's what Kobe did. Took the page out of
No,
Kobe's book.
no. Kobe didn't invest in recovery like that.
No, I
Kobe
think
was a
Kobe.
gym rat. I
He's
ain't
a
gonna
jail
lie
rat.
on him. Kobe
Yeah,
was a gym rat.
he was a gym rat. Yeah, just like I was a damn gym rat. Shit, I stayed in the
Yeah,
gym.
but Kobe didn't invest like in recovery like that. Like Co-
Kobe had the he had the hyper bolic chamber, whatever that was. Kobe was one of the first players I got that. I remember as far as that go, but I don't know about the other stuff really.
mm, that I don't know. And me, I don't even care.
What?
I care more about what they was actually doing as far as overall recovery, like like
Yeah,
to me.
LeBron. Yeah, he invests over $1 million in his body, bro. Hey, that's every year though. Shit, he been doing it for quite some time. I know that for a fact too. You know, a couple other players in the NBA took a pay, started doing it too. I forgot who, but they took it. Started, I said, shit, is that working? Shit, you know.
I mean, okay, but they see how long this man has been healthy,
Right, exactly.
consistently healthy.
Exactly. Yeah, you talking about man that they really got injured. I mean, he pulled. I mean, except for that part you talking about, he had that groin injury and that foot injury. I think actually, to be honest with you, LeBron is actually playing on the. Well, I think he's a little injured, but he's not gonna get. He said he's not gonna get the. They tried to get. They thought he was gonna get some type of surgery in the off season, but he chose not to do it. So LeBron, yeah. So LeBron, he's I don't say he's 100%, but he's close to it. So he's gonna be all right. It's not gonna hold him back though.
CL, I think Ward would have had a better to me with the way that he was playing, and this is just me. I think he would have had a better NFL career um than NBA, especially with him going to the New York Knicks. I don't care what flights is though, especially with him going to the New York Knicks, like that stunned his growth as far as NBA to me. And that's just me, CL. I don't trust the Knicks at developing players, dog. I don't.
Who else was Charlie Ward gonna go to back in that time, bro? I mean, I know he was on the Knicks too, cause I seen the games with the Knicks going against the Bulls and whoever else. But who else was gonna pick up Charlie Ward? I mean, I know you had Hubert Davis over there,
No,
John
no, no.
Stark.
No. They had teams that wanted him, but he didn't. They didn't get, the ones who wanted him didn't have the chance to draft him because the Knicks said come here, and he went with the Knicks. But there was a few other teams that wanted Charlie. I ain't gonna lie on them. Now it was a few other people that wanted Charlie. And if I remember correctly, even Phoenix wanted Charlie. The Phoenix Suns, even they wanted Charlie.
Well, but they had KJ though, so I mean that didn't really mess up, but you know,
No,
but
no, but Charlie would have been nice to have off of the bench and everything. See, you're thinking about starters. Stop trying to put everybody as a starter.
no, yeah, Charlie Ward was off the bench. I had to think about that. Yeah, he was, yeah.
Yeah, I would have had him coming off of the bench, playing behind KJ and doing good, earning money and everything. I mean, but literally, I'm still happy for him, CJ. How do you join the discussion? What you do? Scroll back up and look where you see flight name and hit that link where it say Flight Sports TV right above Thunder saying was up to the man 9,000 CL and hit that link, and that's how you join the discussion, pimp. So you could be on the panel. Let let me know if you can see it. In fact, flight, put the link up on flight if you could hear us. CL want to come on the panel, but you can scroll up CL and right above Thunder's last comment, and you see Flight Sports TV. Hit where it says Stream Yard. Hit that link. Yeah, you can join. Just hit that link, dog.
Yep, man. Got 2.5 more months to go the season, man. What's up? What's up, my
Never
guy?
was
Okay.
anything wrong with LeBron. He always pretended to be hurt when he was getting his ass whooped. King C, I disagree with you on that one, dog. I disagree with you on that one. LeBron body started breaking down about his 18th season in the NBA, pimp. Like honestly, his
Yeah,
body
that's
started
understandable.
breaking down on him.
Yeah.
That's when he had the groin injury. That's also when he had the foot injury that he didn't want to have the surgery
But
because his heel was. That's what we call it in the military. Your heel then dropped, and you become flat-footed in one of your feet. But they said it's something else with LeBron.
yeah, they said something else was going on with him, but he's not gonna do it. He said they thought he was gonna do it right after they got eliminated. After the, I think if he was gonna do it, he
I
should have
don't
did
think
it.
he had surgery.
No, no,
Me
no, no, no.
personally, I
He
don't
didn't
think he
do it.
had
No, no,
surgery.
no. He didn't do it. If he was going to do something, he should have did it. He should have did it back in, back in June when they first got eliminated at the playoffs. That's why I would have did it if I was with him. If he was actually going to do it, because by this time he'd be down there. He'll ready to come back. He still has some time off and shit. He is by the season. He still be ready. You know what I'm saying? LeBron been there, done it. It ain't gonna take much for him to get ready. You know what I'm saying? So.
Man, I'm just happy with the team the Lakers have right
Yeah,
now.
so and like I said,
This
LeBron.
team deep.
So LeBron don't. So LeBron shouldn't have to play 45 minutes a game or 40 minutes a game if he don't have to. If he could sit him down and wrestle, if he can. But we got a long season.
No, they with this team right now, I'll be honest. You can limit his minutes to 30 to 32 minutes and still be good, I think.
Depends on who you're going against, though. Depends on who you're going against, though. You gotta put that into account. Like I said, like I said, you got people like the Bucks coming back. Giannis and them pissed off. Giannis he probably got
Hey,
he got
Flight,
chip on his
CL
shoulder.
is backstage.
Oh, he backstage. Okay.
Flight, CL is backstage. He trying to get on the panel.
So sometimes flight don't let people on unless you count them up
No,
first.
no, no, no. He walked off. Like Flight be editing videos while we still be on the panel.
Yeah. But sometimes you gotta count them up sometimes. So, because I remember when I first came on, I counted up. So you see who I am. I am who I am on my avatar. So I counted up a lot of times actually. First coming out, first coming out here.
Yeah, but but literally, I personally think that he could really limit his minutes now, like this upcoming season. I think he can limit his minutes to um about 30 32 minutes. King C, I guess his body was breaking down when he came off that cast with his hand back in Cleveland. Mm, I mean, he did hurt his hand on the rim, though. I mean, he hurt one of the bones. I mean, so him having a cast is injury is an injury, though. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
just not make it sound like players don't get injured.
yeah,
King C, come on, bro.
yeah. Well, you probably talking about Cleveland overall. Yeah, I don't know, man. I say that Cleveland team probably took a lot out of LeBron too, because a good possibility. After shit, the man damn near been out on the damn stretcher. I remember. I like shit, you know.
No, me personally, I think a lot of people are not looking at how many seasons this man then played to then like honestly, you can only compare him against himself.
Shit,
You
LeBron.
you can you cannot compare him against the captain. Here's why. The captain averages went down across the board. And I love Luau Cinder. I love him as a player. But his everything with him went lower.
Yeah.
When
Well, how many seasons did Luau Center play? 20 seasons, right? Or was close to
yeah.
yeah, 20 seasons. Robert Parrish played, what, 21 seasons. Vince Carter is the longest playing NBA. He played 22 seasons. I think Haslam I think he played 21 seasons. I think Haslam I think he's retired. I think he put him up now, so.
Yeah, I
But
mean he
can
did his
LeBron play
farewell tour last this
last
past
year, right?
season.
Yeah, you're right. So can LeBron? Like I said, I don't think LeBron, even much as he said it, I don't think he's gonna play till he's 45. I don't see him playing another. If he can play another 2 seasons, that'd be great. If he play another 3 seasons, okay, that's great. I mean, but hey, the man already played, got enough mileage as it is in his 19th season. Don't forget, even in the chat, he's gonna be 39 years old at December 31st.
Right.
So,
Yeah,
yeah,
but just like King is saying, yes, the captain was the truth, but we all can attest that the captain was getting slower, like way slower.
yeah, he was
And
getting
and,
scored.
and, and, and,
Right.
and and then in fact the front office like he wanted to even push it one more year, but the front office told him no. Like the
Oh,
front office was the one who literally told Cap no.
yeah. Even though he had Magic Johnson, that's understandable. Of course, he wanted to play one more year. You know, they could win more, probably win another title. You know, they're like, no,
But I mean, as far as overall, just like how you feel about and 9 times out of 10, King C, I don't even know you, but I bet you're gonna say it's Jordan over Lou Alcindor. And Lou Alcindor actually held the scoring record for damn near um like for a long ass time, the all time scoring record. But you'll give it to Jordan over Cap. So I mean that's the only reason why from me personally, I do positions when it comes to my goat. Who are my top 5 goats when it comes to position? Because to me overall, there is no real pure goat. By position, yes. By individual, heck no. Hey, flight, CL still trying to get in, bro. Flight, CL is in the back room, backstage trying to get on. Flight. Hey, I think Dex could let him in too. Hey, Dex.
hey, Dex, if you can, that CL into the he's on backstage. So Dex, if you here, yeah, get Dex. Yeah, Yeah. Flight Index only ones can do it. Yeah, because they, yeah.
Cause we can't do it, CL.
But we can do it. Only Dex. Yeah, Dex only Dex can do it because he's an actual mod. So yeah, he can do it.
But overall, I personally would give it more to come on, man, it's Jordan. See, I'm I I'm by position guy, dog. I'm by position guy, dog.
Hold on, y'all. We got a new guy in here named CL Jacob. What's good?
Yeah, we was trying to let you know to let him in, flight.
Oh,
What
what's
up,
good?
CL?
Hey, how you brothers doing?
Is this your first time on the channel?
I
Yeah,
think I think so. Yeah,
first
this is my
time on
first time.
on this panel.
Where you from?
I'm actually from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada.
Okay. Oh, you heard of him? You know him, Gemini?
No, it's actually CL first time on the panel. He
Okay, well,
even had to ask us how to get on
I
and
appreciate
everything.
you. I appreciate you for checking in with us, man. How long you been rocking with the channel?
Oh, it's got to be probably at least a year now. I've been watching you guys. You guys put out some great content. I follow along.
Okay, well, I appreciate you, man. Definitely give us your thoughts on the topic.
Yeah. Okay. So with Charlie Ward, you got to remember when Charlie Ward came in the league, that was
Hmm.
about what 93, 94.
Right.
In the NFL, they were still being pretty damn racist when it came to black quarterbacks.
Right.
If you
Right.
recall, the only two brothers that were really doing the only two brothers at the quarterback position in the NFL that were of significance was Warren Moon and Randall Cunningham at the time.
Yep.
Right.
Right.
So at that time, Charlie Ward choosing the NBA made a lot of sense at that time. I think if you were to fast forward it to 2 decades later, it might have been a little different. But Charlie Ward had a pretty fruitful career. If you recall, in '99, they went to the NBA Finals. It was him.
Yeah.
It was him and Chris Childs that were the 2 point guards, and Chris Childs was shit, as far as
Right.
I'm concerned. Charlie Ward was a true quarterback on the as a point guard, so he did his thing. You know, to have a 12-year career in the NBA, getting that guaranteed money, as opposed to NFL contracts being non-guaranteed. That was a pretty wise move. I actually saw Charlie Ward play because I actually grew up in Vancouver, BC, when we had the
Okay.
Grizzlies, and I saw him play. I was probably about 16, so around '95, and I asked him, "Would you ever go back to playing football? Would you ever consider that?" And he told me, "Hell no."
Nah, I mean, but if you remember, that's why I was so adamant on what is the harder sport to convert from? It's from basketball to football because of what we all go through on the football field.
Mm-hmm.
Now, with them saying on that interview, "Oh no, it's football or basketball." No, it's not. I get less hit. I have less drills. I mean, what me is the drills we do in football compared to just doing shoot around. I'd rather shoot around all year round compared to
That's
the
true.
drills we do in football.
It's not
Like
as
we do
taxing on
some
the body.
drills.
That's why
Yeah.
the average length of an NFL career is only around 3 years.
Yeah, three to between 3 to 5 years, average across the board, no matter the position, 3 to 5.
So yeah, and I think at the time it was the wise move for Charlie Ward. Now, I mean, we all remember. I mean, we're all we all saw what Charlie Ward was doing. He did dominate those years at Florida State.
Right.
He was the best quarterback those years at Florida State. But as I said, if he didn't have that melanin, he definitely would have been in the NFL top 3
Right.
pick. But that's not that wasn't the state of the NFL back in the early 90s. It just wasn't that way. That's why Warren Moon, who was the best quarterback coming out of Washington in 79, had to come up to Canada because the Seattle
Right.
Seahawks wanted him to play fucking wide receiver.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And he had to come up to Canada to, win 5 Grey Cups in a row just for the Houston Oilers to check him. And you know what the deal was? I don't think a lot of you brothers in the States don't know this.
Oh,
That when he
I
left,
know about Moon.
but here's the thing. It was a package deal for him to go to Houston. Part of the deal was Warren Moon demanded Houston that, hey, if you want to sign me, you got to take my coach Hugh Campbell that coached me in Edmonton. You look it up.
Mainly because he didn't believe in he thought he was going to get railroad inside of the NFL.
But he was the hottest free agent in when did he come in the NFL? I think it was 85 or 86. He was the hottest free agent at the time. But yeah, the deal was Hugh Campbell, his coach in Edmonton, had to be his coach in Houston. And that's what happened. I think he played with Hugh Campbell with the Oilers for a season or two. So yeah. But no, if it was 10 years later, yeah, Charlie Ward would have definitely been in the NFL.
Now, when I say that statement, and I don't want you to take it the wrong way. When I was saying that statement, I'm thinking they let him play. He get picked by a team. I'm not it, but I'm extremely glad that you pointed that out. But that wasn't what I was like bringing into the gumbo. I wasn't bringing in the racism and what he would have to go through. I was just basing it on his play, his actual ability across the board. Could he have had a good NFL career? Yes, but then when we add in the rest of the stuff to the gumbo, that's when it start getting more like, oh yeah, he did the right thing going to the NBA.
I couldn't agree with you more, brother. Charlie Ward was a beast.
Right.
He could pick apart any defense. He could read it. He could read a defense. He knew the game. There was no doubt in my mind Charlie Ward could have been damn near a fucking Hall of Famer as an NFL quarterback.
Right. That's the potential I've seen within him.
Absolutely.
But he also was an athlete. So when we talking about the crossing over, like prime example, I think it was CL that brought up Gonzalez.
Yes.
If you know anything about football, Gonzalez was an overall athlete because Gonzalez even played football and he was on the verge of going to play soccer. Like he was an all-around athlete. So let's not make it seem like this man was the average football player that we're now going to put on a basketball court and say, hey, handle your business. You got it.
I didn't know Tony Gonzalez played soccer. I knew when he was at Cal State, he played basketball and football.
No, he did a tryout for a soccer team.
Oh, he did? Because he played with Jason Kidd. I believe he played with Jason Kidd at Cal State for a season.
Right, but he did a tryout for a soccer team. I really don't think he would have made it. But he did a tryout and it had blew up at the time. Oh, Tony Gonzalez is about to leave the Chiefs and about to do that, and I'm like, oh, y'all do realize this man about to retire from football, right? He's gonna be wanting to do something else. Like don't make it seem like he's not gonna want to do something else.
There was another one too. There was another guy that played quarterback. Ronald Curry. He played at North Carolina. Do you remember him?
I remember of him, but I don't remember his stat lines in my mind off top.
Yeah, but I don't think from a professional standpoint he amounted to be anything. But I do remember him he played for the Tar Heels, both basketball and football. Decent, but it didn't amount to be anything. But Julius Peppers was like a tweener power forward.
Right.
But man, was he an amazing defensive end?
But once again, that's an athlete. I can't
Athlete,
do
athlete.
apples
Yeah.
when we're talking oranges. I can't do apples when we're talking oranges though. These are athletes. But the premise of that question, which I'm taking from those two brothers, they're talking about the average football player, the average basketball player. And you're going to take the average football player and you're going to make him a shooting guard or a point guard.
No, no, yeah, no. The only one that comes to mind that was really average that I felt was a better football player than he was a basketball player in college, but somehow ended up in the NBA was Matt Harpring.
Who?
Matt Harpring. You don't remember Matt Harpring? Played with the Philadelphia 76ers.
No.
Small
Talk.
forward. The small forward. Played at Georgia Tech. Look him up. Yeah, he was very average.
Okay. Okay.
But he wasn't an average. He wasn't really like a crazy basketball player or anything. Like, wasn't a crazy hooper or anything.
Mm.
Nor was he a crazy football player. But he ended up in the NBA. Matt Harpring. I think he played about 8 or 9 seasons too.
Okay.
But yeah, but I mean, yeah, that's an outlier. I mean, yeah, no. I do agree. Like, yeah, you're not going to take an average 2-sport football, basketball player, and then he's going to become an NBA player that was average at best from before he made it to the pros. No, I agree.
Yeah. So that like that's what I was premising my whole statement on.
Yeah.
Like and I was glad Purple brought that up from the brothers, but it's harder from basketball or football. All the drills, all just the weight room. Honestly, the weight room is harder than basketball. Just the weight room.
You're trying to say that it's harder to make the transfer from
Basketball to football, from than football to basketball. You're coming in more sizey from football to basketball.
I think
You're
it depends.
coming in stronger. You're coming in more like more weight.
I think it depends on position because I remember
That's true.
I remember Brock Lesnar was trying out for the Minnesota Vikings a few years back. Do you remember that?
Yeah, but he was average at best. Let's not
Uh,
make it sound like he was like that dude. He was average at
but
best.
but you could not come off the street, not really ever playing much basketball, to say, you know what, I'm going to have a basketball career.
Yeah, but Brock was crazy. But if that's the case, hell, we got to bring up Goldberg. Goldberg would have been a better example in that equation, because
Yeah,
I would
but
put Goldberg as a
He
power
played.
forward.
He
Me,
played with the
I would.
Atlanta Falcons. He played.
Yeah,
well,
but I would put Goldberg at the power forward position because I know what I'm gonna get out of him. I'm gonna get boxing out. I'm gonna get that crazy little dude that I want in the trenches.
yeah,
He would have
yeah,
been an undersized power forward though,
Yeah,
because I don't think Goldberg was not much taller than 6'4".
yeah, but I'm saying as far as boxing somebody out and keeping them out, like one of those dudes that's literally like get out and stay out, like get them, like
I I can't think of a player that just walked off the street that never played much basketball having a
no,
full.
no, you ain't gonna hear about no players like that. You gotta be if you got a player that came off the street. That mean that dude is highly skilled. He's a highly skilled basketball player.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. Because no, because I can say that. You know what I'm saying? My older brother, he was a walk on college. He played walk. He got in the basketball team off the street. But he was already a highly skilled basketball player. He played high school basketball. You know what I'm saying? So so he was highly skilled. That's why he got on the team.
But that's what I was trying to get them to understand within that question. There's no average guy you about to like just call like that. Kafani,
No, you can't.
not
Yeah, no average.
average.
No average. Like I said, I mean, I was on a basketball team. I couldn't get. Trust me, I wasn't. I was be. I was above average. Trust me. But if I was an average basketball player, I would have made the team. Yeah, I'm just being honest. That's just how.
But
That's just how it is.
but that's almost like saying and CL is in Canada, so he's gonna understand what he's extremely about to understand my point when I say this statement. That's like saying you could take anybody and put them on the hockey ice. You can't. Not everybody's gonna score.
No, you can't. Yeah, yeah, that's oh man. You know, you can't. You can't put anybody in a hockey. Yeah, no. 'Cause like I said, we talking about average player. If you're the average player, average players can't go sport to sport, and can't expect them to be dominant in that sport than dominant in their other sport. It's just not happening.
Right. CL, if you don't mind me asking you, who's your NBA team, sir?
Historically,
Uh huh.
historically is the Lakers. Historically, like I grew up in that Showtime era. So yeah, historically it's the Lakers.
So I know you liking the roster too, like I am.
Y'all
Uh,
just missing that center position. Just missing that center. That's all y'all need. Y'all be good to go.
so what moves did they make over the last few days? Because I kind of sort of
No move over the last few days, but is D'Lo, is Vincent at point. Then you have
Vincent.
Reeves, Cam Reddish, and Max Christie at shooting guard. Then you have Vando and Prince at shooting guard. Then you got LeBron, Rui at power forward. Then you got AD and Harris at center. But
Do they still got Mo Bamba and the other guy?
no, Mobamba is in Philly right now.
Oh, he's in Philly.
Mobamba's in Philly. Yeah.
Okay, that's a good move for Philly. Yeah,
See, see.
we'll see. I mean, it's all about availability at this point. How many games is AD gonna play? Like, what are you gonna get 65 games out of him?
Yeah,
I
you
I
got to.
I
You
I
got
I,
to.
I
All
think
about
it's gonna be
availability.
67. I honestly
Yes,
think it is gonna be 67 to be honest.
because you got to qualify for the All Star.
And
And
yeah, I think he's gonna qualify with the All Star. Give it two more games, and then it'll be okay. Y'all want me to rest up for the playoffs? All right.
Because frankly, I'm not sure how much LeBron really has much left.
well, like
I
he's about to be 39
That's
years old December
debatable.
31st.
like Father Time is undefeated, and it's starting to catch up to him. I mean, is AD gonna take more? Is he gonna take on more of the load? Is he
AD
that
supposed to
Well,
guy?
take over, man. AD is 30
no,
years old. Come on,
no,
man.
no, 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 no. But confining what he's asking is a legitimate question. That's why AD is asking for another center,
Yes,
and
yes,
and that's why I feel that that we're missing at that position. Like that's what we're missing. We're missing that other center.
I
Like
thought Mo
literally.
Bamba was gonna be that guy. He's a serviceable.
He got injured and
That's
it took
yeah,
him so long to come back from that ankle injury
yeah,
to where they was in the midst of what they wanted to do and they really didn't talk to him, which that's the main thing I have a problem with. They wanted to change his contract to a prove me contract,
yes,
and but it's like they waited till he was like it was him and another player in the gym that 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 was the only two players in there, but both of them was working on their game, and it's like the way Palinka did it, the way he did it was wrong. And not what he did was wrong, is the way he did it was wrong. Which
Well, they need a
which re-
true center. They need a true center
right,
because
right, right.
AD is just he's he doesn't want to play. He's not a center. That's the thing. He's not a
But
center. He's a four.
r-
And
r-
and if
right,
you
but
want
I
to get the
blame
most out
Rob
of
for
AD,
that.
if you want to get the most out of AD, you got to get a legitimate five. A
But
legit five.
that's what I blame Rob Palenka on, because
Oh, he's a fraud. He's been a
Rob
fraud.
was the one who did not recoup at the center position for the Lakers. Like, he got rid of all the centers and never replenished at the center position. Now last year, um, he did try to get Jones, but something happened. Like, as soon as Jones got there, he
Was
said he
Solomon
didn't want to be
Jones?
there. No, D Jones, who's now with the Sacramento Kings, but Jones was with somebody else prior to that.
Like what you call it? Milwaukee signed Lopez for
We
pretty
don't
cheap.
yeah, but we do not need a Lopez. Lopez too slow. For the defense we bringing now, Lopez would have been too slow.
What about the center for the Hawks that played with Lamelo, that played with the
He
ball
wasn't an unrestricted free agent. You talking
Okongwu?
about Capella?
No,
You talking about
Okongwu.
Capella?
Okongwu. Is it
No,
Okongwu?
no, it's Capella. Capella.
No, I know about Capella. I'm talking about Okongwu. What's his name?
I don't think he's an unrestricted free agent.
He's not on. Oh no.
I don't think he was unrestricted.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. See, they got centers out there. That me and Jim that was talking about the other day. We was talking about Dwight Howard, somebody like that, but something that is going on is beef that happened over there a season or two ago, why they won't pick him back. Yeah, he'd be the perfect center for them right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I think there's something going on with the White Howard. I think he's kind
He
of.
played overseas, but he said he wanted to come back. I think the
I
beef
think he's
they
kind of
had,
blackballed in the
they
NBA. To
blacked
be
the ball.
honest.
Like I said, they did the same thing to Carmelo Anthony. That's why he ended up retiring. I hate what they
Yes.
did to him. So
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with that. I think it's wrong.
Actually, Carmelo, not this past season, but the season before that, Carmelo
Yeah.
still should have been a Laker. He still
He
should have
was
been a
very
Laker.
productive. He was giving the Lakers 13 to
Hey,
14
I take
points a game
15 off
off
the
the
bench. I
bench.
take the 15 points, 15 to 18 points off the bench. I take that any
No,
day.
Me too.
it was like 13.6,
Sometimes 13.
13.8,
Yeah,
something like
sometimes
that.
I'll
13.
take
Yeah,
it
that's
all
what.
day
No,
long.
no, no, no. That was his average, like 13.6 or 13.8. It was something like that. And Rob did a service to him by not bringing him back. He honestly did. He did a disservice to Carmelo by not bringing him back. And that's one of the problems I have with Rob, because
Yeah.
the players he should bring back, he don't bring back, and that be the overall problem when it comes to Rob.
Which hey, Rob, he was Kobe Bryant's agent, correct?
Yes,
So that's how he got. That's
and
how he pretty much got that job.
that's how he got the job. I'm Kobe Bryant agent, and Kobe said, "Jeannie, hire my man. Hire my man, Jeannie. Hire him."
Because I remember he was like the 12th man on the Michigan Wolverines with the Fab Five. He was shit.
Yeah.
But I think he comes from I think I had heard he comes from a rich family, and his parents were big boosters to Michigan. That's how he got on the scene.
Yeah, but still, I don't think it, like, he saved his job last season. To be honest,
Yeah,
he saved his
come on, man.
damn
Wapalinka,
job.
who's this guy? But like, when I first heard, I said, who's this guy, man? Because I said, hell, if Jerry Buss is still alive, damn well, Wapalinka would never been part of the organization. Shit.
So what was the deal? Because I know I had heard something like Magic didn't see eye to eye with him, and that was one of
No,
the
no, no. They used to go at it. They used to
yeah.
go at it, because okay, Rob was in the position,
Uh huh.
but Rob was mad that Magic carried more weight than him, like
Hmm.
literally. Like
And rightfully so. And
if
rightfully so.
Magic said something, it was considered gospel. If
Rightfully so.
Rob said something, it's like nah, we we got to discuss
Yep.
that.
Rightfully
and
so.
Rob didn't like that part. That's the part that Rob didn't like.
Well, and Magic then ended up selling his. I think it was about 11% he owned.
Yeah, yeah, but he was trying to be on the next um group to help buy a team. Like that's what he was trying to concentrate on.
Yeah. So what you think? You think he might be on that group that's going to try to bring back the Sonics or something?
Either the Sonics or Las Vegas.
Hmm.
I can see him on either one of them.
I've heard LeBron wants a piece of that action too.
I can see that too though.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, so LeBron playing these is coming near because he said yeah, LeBron already stated that he going to own the team. So yeah, so I'm not surprised by that.
So how many
Man,
seasons do you guys think LeBron's going to play? You think this might be his last season?
I think these last two. I think these last two.
Well, depending on how the Lakers do this year, like I said, like I told Jim, and if the Lakers get knocked out, get knocked out, and get knocked out in one of these rounds, man, I think LeBron gonna hang it up after this year, after this season.
I'll tell you why I say these last two, especially with the health scare that happened with his son.
Yeah.
That
Oh yeah,
that
yeah, yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah.
that,
Okay,
that,
you
that's
okay?
the main
Yeah.
reason why I say these last two.
He wants to
As
play with his son.
yeah, I think he really wants to play with Bronny or Bryce. Now he may hold off retiring, but his paperwork will be in. If that kind of makes sense, his paperwork will be in. But if Bryce come in and he's able to like rest up like for a season or two, then come in, yeah.
I haven't watched much of his son. Is his son legit?
Bryce could actually shoot, but I know Bryce not gonna play that same position in the NBA right now. He's in school playing like between small forward and power forward. Like I can see him more as a small forward than
How tall is
anything.
he?
6'6".
Okay.
Like he's already 6'6".
Okay, so he could probably still grow another inch. He's only about what, 17, right? 17,
Yeah,
18.
he could easily end up 6'8", 6'9", easy.
Yeah.
Cause I think he's like 16 now.
Hmm.
So he could easily end up if not he could easily end in between 6'7" and 6'10" easy.
Okay. Yeah, he's got a shot.
Yeah.
I just don't. I
But
just
but even at 6'6", he's NBA height.
Yes, he is. I just don't know how much more LeBron has in the tank. To be honest with you, I mean,
I
Two
I
years.
I I say two, and that was the with him becoming flat foot and 1 foot. I don't think that he needed actual surgery. I think his foot needed to adjust with dropping of the heel. That's what we called it in the military.
hmm
And that's when you become flat footed in one of your feet. It's not that you want to be flat footed, but it's just that your foot like nah man, I ain't dealing with that no more.
Yeah, LeBron got 2 years with starter minutes.
2 years
Yeah,
of starting minutes.
2 years of contract. I don't think he's honestly gonna hang it up till he averaged less than 20 points a game. To be honest,
I don't see that happening anytime soon. I don't see that happening.
What, him averaging less than 20?
Nope, I don't see it. Unless he choose to do that, and let somebody else step up and take the bundle the majority of the scoring load.
But that's how I think the Lakers are going to win.
That
If you can get some key guys to step up and take on more of the scoring load,
Yeah, they had to do also means that had a 35-point game a season ago. He has a high scoring game, so I think also Reeves is about to have a breakout seasons, I believe, but we'll see.
actually, but I honestly think that the Lakers are more balanced with the roster that we have right now. Like I honestly think we're better suited to go against the NBA this season than we was last season. Like last season, yes, we got everybody doing the trade deadline, and even with including that team, I think we have a much better team right now than we had last season, man. I'm
well,
sorry.
I could see Austin Reeves averaging 18 to 19, 18, 17 to 18 points a game this season for sure.
AR
Oh, oh, oh,
15.
oh yeah, yeah, easy.
Easy, easy. Night night after night, I could see Austin Reeves putting up 17 to 18 a game.
Hey, but I
I
found out
dig it.
about I was at the also Reeves. I was at the podcast. The also Reeves. They asked him what do you do in his spare time. He said if he's not doing anything, he's in Arkansas. But he's from Arkansas. He's with his family. But other than that, he's in the gym working on what he need to work on. And that's it. He doesn't go out to party. He doesn't. He said he doesn't have a nightlife. He don't do anything. You
Mm-hmm.
know.
That's actually the smartest thing for him, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially living in LA.
They had Austin Reeves knocked up with Taylor Swift. He had to
Wow.
dispel that rumor.
Yeah. He said it wasn't true at all. Yeah. He said no. He don't know. He said no. That never happened.
I mean, she got money, so I mean, the data wouldn't be an overall problem to date her.
Yeah, I think what I know about Austin Reed, he's a real quiet guy. He's a secret to, I mean, his life. You don't. I think he got a TikTok or something like that, or he don't be online. He said he's not an internet guy like that. He don't be online like that much. You know what I'm saying? So you might not hear. You'll be rarely to hear anything about him.
Man, I'll be honest. When you concentrating in anything, you don't normally be on social media. It don't matter what it is.
Like I'll say, I don't know how AD and KD and all them guys be on social media, but hey, they still go out there and do
No,
their thing.
no,
I
no.
don't know how they do it. KD, oh my
KD
God,
concentrates on the internet, bro.
yeah.
KD wants to know how you feel about KD rather than going on what he's doing. Just like prime example, he still got Monty Williams fired for Monty Williams telling him what he told him during the finals when they took that 25-point ass whooping. I mean, it is what it is, but I mean that's one of the reasons why Monty was fired because he
Oh,
held
oh
him
yeah,
accountable.
I still think the jury is still out on Cam Reddish. That's why I'm really curious to see. 'Cause I don't think he's really had a fair shot wherever he's gone. Where it was Atlanta? Was he in New York? He was with the Knicks for a minute.
Atlanta, New York, and Portland. When it comes to Cam was promised stuff at Portland, and Portland never produced it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's actually on Portland. Portland didn't honor what they told him.
Mm,
But defensive wise, everywhere Cam went, he's produced.
yeah.
And he didn't average 10 points a game, even with the lack of minutes. So I'm more like, man, I'm not worried about Cam. Me personally, I'm not worried about him.
So the
Mainly
projected,
because I know he can come and at least give me 10
so the
off
projected
of the
starting
bench.
lineup, the projected starting lineup is you got D'Lo, Austin Reeves, LeBron, Jared Vanderbilt, and Anthony Davis.
Yes.
Okay.
Then the bench is
Gabe
Vincent,
Vincent.
Cam, Prince, Rui, and Jackson Hayes.
Now, okay. I put Jackson Hayes as the center, starting.
Yeah, yeah. No. He's the backup center. He's the backup center.
So
'Cause
he backs up Jared Vanderbilt.
no. Hayes backs up AD starting center.
You can't put Anthony Davis as a starting center.
Yeah, I mean you got to put to account
He
too that
he he's the only other center besides Jackson Hayes on the team, Doc. He's
yeah
the
you
only other center on the team.
you got to look at weight wise too, man. I mean, I think Jackson Hayes got up to like 230 pounds. I think AD is like
270.
I think AD
Jackson,
is like 250 right now. AD is like 250
Like
pounds right now.
245,
245.
250.
Yeah, he's like
Yeah, like
that. So
245, 250.
so that extra muscle or weight it does matter depending on who you're going up against, like a Embiid or a Jokic or like that. That's gonna body you down there.
you need
That's like the
Jackson
bang.
Hayes.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like me and Jim and I was talking about, I think Wooey gonna help out AD in certain stretches of the game. The bang with those heavier
Yeah,
guys down there,
cause that's 255
because Wooey is
body frame.
255 pounds, damn near 260 himself. So he gonna help out AD in certain stretches of the game and battling with somebody like an Embiid or you know what I'm saying, so guys that actually got some muscle on them. You know what I'm saying?
Cause Vando and Prince, and even if they go to a big lineup, um, like everybody, like we have wingspan and depth that we did not have last season. Brown didn't play like Chicago Brown. He played more like downtown Brown. Um, Anderson left his whole game in Golden State. So and we were starting Walker at small forward. So come on, man, that wasn't gonna work.
Oh yeah, Lonnie Walker. I think he was a good player, but they did a disservice to him, man. I saw that he shouldn't be
By
playing
playing him
small
as
forward.
small forward, we
Yeah.
did a disservice to him. But we should have played him more as shooting guard. But then Reeves came. The that was Palinka's call to for Walker to have minutes to put him at small forward. That was Palinka call. But I mean, Ham does love a three guard lineup too,
Yeah,
and
he
that-
does.
and that's like that's my overall concern when it comes to the Lakers. With Ham loving that three guard lineup, but now we have wings. Like we have wings now. So for him to love that lineup, you could put in a 6'6" Max. You can put in a 6'8" Cam, and then you have Prince like and I know Prince haven't been heighted lately, but I really think he's 6'7". I don't think he's 6'6". So I mean, like we're sizey now. How Big Ja will say it, we're sizey now. Like we wasn't sizey at first, but we're sizey now.
Yeah, because they got Jackson Hayes at 7 feet tall.
Yeah. Well, I I actually think he's 6'11", but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, same way they got Giannis. I believe Giannis
No,
7 feet,
Giannis
but
is 7 foot.
six,
No,
7 foot. But
Giannis is 7 foot.
I'm just so they had him listed at 6'11", but I believe he's 7 feet though. I'm just saying what I think. Yeah, they got him listed. They had him listed at 6'11", but I believe he's 7 feet even. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, Giannis is 7 foot. His brother is 6'10", 6'11", but Giannis it is 7 foot. And I'm still waiting to see what that baby brother gonna do with um the Anakupo brother. Like that, the baby boy, from what Giannis said, got more potential than both of them.
I didn't hear about that.
You
Yeah,
said
man.
you said you did hear about that,
I heard about that. Yeah, no, I heard about that. Yeah, I heard him say that.
so I'm
His
like,
brother, his baby brother's in high school. Well, he wasn't. What he's in some sort of high school prep school in Wisconsin somewhere.
yeah.
Yeah,
And I'm like, man, if you feel your baby brother is better than you, I want to see this dude.
well, I mean that happened in the Ball family.
Yeah, it did, but for Giannis to say that, and when he said that, he was MVP though. So
Hmm.
for him to say that, it like really raised my eyebrow. Like, hold on, if you saying that about your brother, I definitely got to see this cat.
You know, maybe he's trying to hype it up. Maybe he's trying to get his brother some hype up too to say that. So maybe he really
Hey,
got.
no, Giannis don't normally do that, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah,
hey, I really want to see it too. Now that you say he said that, I got to see it for myself. Man.
yeah, cause Giannis didn't even hype up the brother that's on the same on the team with him now. He didn't even hype that dude up.
Because he knew his brother wasn't that good. That's why he didn't hype him up.
Yeah,
That-
he didn't hype up that brother at
no,
all.
not at all.
But that brother's older than Giannis, though.
Yes,
How
he
you
is.
gonna hype up his
Yeah,
older brother? He was already in the league before Giannis came in the league.
Was
So
he?
it's best to hype up your baby brother than somebody that's coming up.
no,
No,
he wasn't in
no,
the NBA.
no.
He
He was
wasn't in the
still in
NBA.
Europe. He was
Yeah,
still in Europe.
he was still in Europe though.
It was
I
Giannis
thought
that
he was
brought
at
him
the
over.
Knicks first. Didn't he go to the
No,
Knicks?
no,
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 no.
no.
Oh, he came in after Giannis?
He
Yep,
came in
came
after
in after.
Giannis. It was
Came
a
in
hat.
after.
It was.
But he's still older, though.
He's
Yeah,
older.
he's
Yeah,
older.
he's older.
So, yeah, it's easier to hype up your baby brother than your older brother.
Yeah, that's just the thing with me. Like what he said about the baby boy, I want to see him. Like that even made me go, what? Like, huh? And it's not just what he said, it's how he said it. Like
Hmm.
to me. So
Who do you
that
guys got? Who do you guys got winning Rookie of the Year next season?
I, I I'll
My
be
pick is Chet
honest.
Holmgren. I'm
I
going on
say
record. I'm going with Chet.
Chad Holmgren and Wembanyama, them guys. I know the other dude put a target on his back. Scoop Henderson put a target on his back. Say he gonna be rookie this year. Talking a lot of hot stuff. I said okay, they're
Yeah, I
coming at you
mean,
now. They're coming at you
all of
now.
all
Watch out.
all of them supposed to talk, speak highly of themselves. But I
No
like
man,
Chet.
if I was him, I would have shut up and let my game do the talking. That's what I
I,
do.
I agree with that too.
The only chance I got Scoop winning Rookie of the Year is unless Damian Lillard leaves Portland.
That's
You
facts.
you know that's
That's
not gonna happen
facts.
though. You know they're gonna take their time. And you know that's not gonna happen. Yeah.
That's the only way
No,
Scoop ever
I
win
mean
Rookie of the
it
Year.
could happen, Kafani, but I don't think nobody's gonna come and save Portland. I'm sorry, and I'm on the record for saying that.
They're not.
I don't
They're
think.
not getting near equal value. I mean, if you even remember back in the day when Clyde left, Portland didn't get anything really back in return for Clyde Drexler when he went to Houston in a midseason trade. They're not gonna get equal value or not even
Yeah,
close.
yeah, but they tried to trade. They thought Clyde was washed up, and Clyde was still averaging with them. He was still averaging like 18, 20 points.
Or more than that. He was still averaging. I want to say about 23 to
Yeah,
24.
Yeah,
23. I think
so
23 game because his first year with Portland, he was averaging like 27 something. in the earlier days of Portland, back in the
Yeah, but
80s.
it's still a point that they thought he was washed.
Washed up. No, he was far
He
from bro.
wasn't
Washed
washed.
up, bro.
Yeah, no, he wasn't. He wasn't
No,
washed.
no, I'm only saying what they said. They
Yeah,
thought he was washed. I didn't think he was washed.
and as soon as he went to Houston, they got that back to back with Clyde.
Yeah.
I mean, they got that back to back, bro. You got to have one of the best damn that Kenny Smith over there. They had Sam Cassell over there. That's some pretty Brandon Maxwell. That had Otis Thorpe. That got
Robert Ory.
Robert Ory. That had Hakeem Olajuwon, which I think was like the best center and got the best footwork
player.
ever seen. The best footwork ever seen was
He was the best
unbelievable.
player that
Yeah.
those 2 years when Jordan left. He was the best player in the NBA those 2 years.
Yep.
Olajuwon was my number two. Michael Jordan number one. Elijah number two. You know what I'm saying? I think somebody else number three at the time. You know, that was one of the best three players in the NBA around that time.
They even had Mario Ellie that was knocking those threes. You left him open, he was knocking them down.
Oh yeah, people forget about Mario Elie. That dude was a killer, man, for Houston. Yeah.
So I mean, so that
Vernon Maxwell, but he was on the first one, not the second one.
Sam Bowie, was Sam Bowie considered a bust
Sam Bowie?
for what he
Sam
was
Bowie.
picked? Yes, but he was not technically a bust.
He wasn't technically a bust, but because you remember what we was talking about, I was telling them that the Bulls just got lucky, man, because Clyde the year before Clyde got there the following year. Clyde told the management to make sure you pick up Mike because Mike came in. You know, Mike was coming in the following year, so he said Portland was supposed to get Michael Jordan. Think about it, him and Clyde on the same team, and along with the team they had, that would have been, that would have been scary.
Right. But Rap God asked me, do I think Sam Bowie was a bust? Not as far as how long he stayed in the league, but as far as where he was picked, yes. As far as where he was picked, yes, he's considered a bust.
But it would have made more sense if you think about it. It would have made a lot of sense for Jordan to be drafted by Portland. Remember, Nike is based out of Beaverton, Oregon, just outside of Portland.
Yeah, but
Nike country.
Jordan, yeah. I'm telling you, bro. Clyde, they got on record. Clyde told the management, make sure you pick up Michael Jordan, not Sam Bowie. Come on, man. Shit, I can't make this up.
No, I'm not. I'm not stating that you're making it up, kid. I'm just saying I don't think I personally just don't think that they was gonna do what was like me personally. I don't trust a lot of front offices, and when you like mention Portland front office to me, I really just shrugged my shoulders. Like what worse than what I do for Bob Dolan.
And I know they feel stupid. But they damn, we should have listened to Clyde.
And you know what? Sam Bowie wasn't even on that '84 Olympic team.
Nope.
He wasn't even on that '84 Olympic team. Jordan,
and I was a kid. I was still I was like 84. I was still like 5, but I remember some of those games.
I remember those games too. Jordan had solidified himself in that Olympics playing for Bobby Knight. Like like back then, because remember it was all about college players, amateur players.
Mm-hmm.
If Sam Bowie didn't even make that, wasn't even a select on that '84 Olympic team, why the hell did Portland draft him over MJ?
Hey, that's what they was talking about. That's still the big question mark. They should listen to Clyde because Clyde said, make sure you get Mike. Make sure you pick him up. And they didn't do it. And they got Sam Bowie. And you see the history with the Portland.
Yeah, but I mean, but I honestly don't look at him as a full-fledged bust though. Like, I mean, Rap God is asking me, do I view him as a bust? I don't view him as a bust though.
No, the
Like,
point. I think the point is he shouldn't be the number two
Number
draft pick.
three,
That's
number
what
two.
they what he been by that. He shouldn't be a number two. He should have been like a more like a number five or number six draft pick compared to a number two. Jordan was supposed to be a number two draft pick, if not because Hakeem Olajuwon was the
It
number
was
one
he
draft
was
pick.
the number one. He was the
Yeah,
number one,
right?
yeah.
and it was a big man's game back then. So you always drafted the best center, number one.
Cause like that, cause like to be totally frank, I mean, they like Houston actually like could have had way it could have did way better in the draft if you really want to keep it 100. Houston really could have did way better.
But not by not drafting Hakeem.
No. I'm saying like with with who all they was bringing in at that time. I'm saying they could have did better.
Well, they had Ralph Sampson on that team, and remember they destroyed the Lakers in '86 in the playoffs to get to the finals against the Celtics.
Yeah, I remember the Twin
Twin
Towers.
Towers. Yeah.
I do remember the original Twin Towers. I do. I mean, I'm not doubting them. I'm saying who they drafted after him. Like once they got him, they felt like they did their job. like 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 that was it. And I'm like, if you follow the rest of the drafts,
Oh, are you talking about? Oh, you talking about years after?
yeah,
Yeah,
like years
I
after.
mean, the only notable player that I could think off the top of the dome would have been Robert Ory out of Alabama,
Right.
because yeah, they didn't do much in the draft. Well, then yeah, and then after no, they got better in the '90s because
Yeah,
they drafted Sam
that's when they
Cassell.
got better. That's when they got better.
Robert Ory and Sam Cassell.
Right.
That's what comes to mind. And remember, Sam Cassell and Charlie Ward were backcourt teammates at Florida State.
Right. But as far as when he was so I guess Rap God, if you're asking me for where he was picked, yes, he's considered a bust. But should he have he should he have been picked there? Hell no. Like hell no.
Not at all. Not at all.
Trust me, if he was a number two draft pick, Michael Jordan Portland would have had Michael Jordan and the Bulls would have got Sam Bowie. That's how that would have happened.
Yeah, that's what would have happened.
Yup. And in Chicago will never be the team that they would never been a dynasty if that happened. I think Portland would have been a dynasty, but Michael over there with the talent they had over there at that time, oh yeah, they would have been around for years to come.
It would have been.
I can easily see it win about at least about 4 or 5 titles easy. I don't know about 6.
It would have been the Blazers and the Lakers battling it out through the '80s in the West.
Yeah. You ain't never learned.
And the Celtics, Bird probably wouldn't.
I still feel sorry for the Lakers, man, because they had Bird, but they had a chance to get this dude Liam Byers, but he died from cocaine overdose. So that was a tragedy, man. I said that's fucking sad. I was like, damn, bro, they had a chance to get it. Man.
There's also someone else too. And then when they were starting to get back to being prominent back in the '90s, Reggie Lewis dropped dead on the court in practice.
Oh yeah, Reggie Lewis was another beast, man. I like him. He had a damn good game.
He was a beast. Because after that happened, the Celtics weren't shit for 20 years almost.
Yep.
They tried to go the European route. I remember they brought a guy from Serbia named Dino Raja.
Oh wow. Wow. I damn that didn't even remember that dude. Yep, you're right.
They brought him in. And then of course when they brought in Rick Pitino, they had Walter McCarty and Antoine Walker, all them Kentucky guys. Actually,
Right.
4 guys. It was Ron Mercer, McCarty, Walker. I want to say somebody else. Rick Pitino basically brought damn near his whole team from Kentucky.
Yeah. Yeah. He did.
Yeah.
But still at that point that it but that's when that's honestly when you can ask the question and I think that's what Rap God meant when he asked me that about do I consider him a bust? It's like only
Sam Bowie?
because of where he was picked. Yeah, like could he have just been a decent guy on the team? Yes. But where he was picked at, yeah, I guess you could say yeah, bust.
I'll say he's a bust because if you look at his career, I remember after Portland, I think he went to like New Jersey or something. He bounced around. He didn't amount to be anything.
Right, but he wasn't supposed to get picked where he got picked
No,
at.
no,
Like
he wasn't even
so that's
serviceable.
the beginning of it.
Like he wasn't even serviceable. I'll tell you, Portland, they got it right, but unfortunately, injuries derailed his career. Brennan Roy, to me, would have been a Hall of Famer.
Oh yeah, Roy was that dude.
Brandon Boyd was a beast, bro. Brandon Boyd gave people problems. If it wasn't for their injury, Joe,
He's a
you
Hall of
better
Famer.
believe he would have.
He would
They
have been
would.
a Hall
I
of Famer.
think Portland would have went to the championship with that dude if he had never got hurt. I'm telling you.
Yep. He would have been a Hall of Famer. We be talking about Brandon Roy being among the greatest shooting guards ever.
Think about it, and think about the Brandon Boyd. Then you got Damian Lillard that would have came 3 years,
Yep.
3 years later. Oh man, that would have been your perfect
Yep.
setup for Portland. And
Yep.
you have Wesley Matthews. You had the Lamarcus Aldridge is there. Oh man, that would have been a squad.
LaMarcus Aldridge was already there. He was already there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, just like Rap God brought up that the Celtics messed up with Chauncey Billups development. Yes, they did.
I'm going to give you a bust. Here's a bust. I was living in Toronto at the time and working in sports media at the time.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a bust. The Raptors had the number 1 pick. I want to say this was in 2006.
Mm-hmm.
They had the opportunity to draft LaMarcus Aldridge, who was the best player in NCAA at the time, coming out of Texas.
Okay.
What did the Raptors do? They used that number 1 pick and drafted some Italian guy named Andrea Bargnani.
Well, yeah. I do remember that. That was.
And I'll tell you,
that was crazy.
And that dude was straight trash.
We were angry as F. LaMarcus Aldridge was because you knew what you were getting out of because we saw him play, we saw him dominate in the NC2A, do his thing. How tall was LaMarcus Aldridge? About 6'10", 6'11"?
6'10", 6'11", yeah.
And instead they drafted, and when he came up, they were calling this Italian guy, Andrea Bargnani, the magician. That was his nickname.
Oh, wow.
And that was all because the Raptors had that guy that had a burner account when Brian Colangelo.
Oh yeah, the reporter. The
GM for the Sixers. So when he came to Toronto, he was trying to turn the Raptors into some fucking Eurocentric team. Drafted Bargnani, then they brought in a bunch of the guys from Spain, Jose Calderon, Garbajosa. It was bad. That's why you guys know why Vince Carter left, right?
Mm-mm.
The real reason why
I did always wonder that.
Okay.
I thought he left because his cousin left. That's what I thought at first. You know what I'm saying?
No, here's why Vince Carter left. I want to say it was around 2001. He was lobbying for the Raptors to go ahead and sign Steve Nash. Not only that, the Raptors, the GM position was open, and they promised Vince Carter that when he came back on vacation, he would be able to sit in on the interview on who they were going to interview. One of the candidates, one of the leading candidates, one of the front runner candidates for that GM position was Dr. J, Julius Erving.
They didn't get Dr. J?
And when he came back from vacation,
Wow.
they gave him the position back up. And Vince Carter was like, where's the loyalty? You told me I was going to be able to sit in on the interview. You also said Dr. J was going to be interviewed for the job. They didn't even interview Dr. J.
Wow.
All right. Not only that, and that was the what did it say? The
straw that broke the camel's back.
Because the year before, Steve Nash was a free agent. Before, I want to say, was it before he left Phoenix? Because remember, Steve Nash was drafted by the Suns. He went from Phoenix to Dallas and back to Phoenix.
Right.
Vince was lobbying for them to bring Steve Nash to Toronto. They didn't listen to him. And then the whole thing with Dr. J. That was it. And that's what they don't tell you. So they made Vince Carter out to be a villain. The Toronto media made him out to be a villain. But he wasn't a villain.
Oh man, this is let you know they don't respect the legends, man. You don't man. How did Dr. J? Oh,
You got the franchise player. He was the franchise. He was the face. Vince Carter. I don't know if you guys know this, but Vince Carter at the time was the face of basketball in Canada.
Yeah.
There wasn't a bigger athlete at the time. Even Wayne Gretzky was at the end of his career in hockey.
Yep.
Vince was that guy for like he was the face of basketball. That's why I laugh at Kawhi Leonard. To me, the biggest mistake Kawhi Leonard made was leaving the Raptors. You're a face of you're the face of the country.
He would have been a face of a whole country if he would have stayed.
His New Balance shoes would be selling like hotcakes right now.
Yeah, you know that because you in a championship in Toronto, then you leave, man. That was the most stupidest thing he could have did.
He could have taken a 1+1 contract or something.
Man, well, okay. That's when the sister case was going on. So I really do think he was trying to be closer to her with her case going on.
From a business standpoint, remember he left millions of dollars on the table.
Yeah, he did.
He left a lot of money on the table. Jesus Christ.
He left millions. Endorsements. As I said, he would have been. Remember, there's no Vancouver Grizzlies. There's no other Canadian team.
Yep.
He would have been the face of the entire country for basketball. Like, wow. His brand would have been bigger than what it is now.
His brand would have been bananas. Like,
because
literally
you remember how big Vince Carter was.
Yeah.
When he was a Toronto Raptor. And another thing, too, the Raptors messed up. They should have never let Tracy McGrady walk. They should have made that shit work with his cousin.
Yeah, that should never happened, bro. Yeah.
Well, they didn't even know they was cousins. To that first off season.
The draft night. They didn't know to after the draft. They found out because they was at the family. There was a family reunion. That's how they found out.
No, McGrady went to the family reunion. Vince didn't go.
But you guys do know, because remember when the Raptors, you know who was running the Raptors when they.
I'll be honest, I don't know at that time because I wasn't tracking them that hard.
Remember the number one, their pick in '95 was Damon Stoudemire. Mighty Mouse out of
Yeah,
Okay.
Elmsford,
I remember him. Yeah, I remember him.
and he won Rookie of the Year. The guy that was running the Toronto Raptors, he was actually part owner. Was Isaiah Thomas.
IT was part on him.
Yes, he was. You can look it up. He was
Yeah,
part owner of the Raptors.
that's
He
true.
was running the Raptors. He drafted Damon Stoudemire because and everybody was angry. Everybody in Toronto, I thought it was a great pick at the time. Everybody in Toronto wanted Ed O'Bannon, and we already know how his
Why?
career turned out, right?
Why did they want him? Why?
Because he won the NCAA championship 2 months before with UCLA.
All right.
How much was this guy scoring? What was he averaging? Well, wow.
Man,
Ed
he wasn't that
O'Bannon
type
didn't
of
do
player,
anything.
bro. He wasn't that type of player, kid.
He
He
didn't do
wasn't that type
anything.
of player,
He
kid.
didn't do anything in the NBA. This goes
At
to show
all.
you that Isaiah Thomas, he was no dumbass when it came to seeking out
Drafting
talent.
players. Yeah.
He knew Damon Stoudemire was the guy, and then after Damon Stoudemire, he drafted Marcus Camby. And
That was a good pickup. That was a damn good pickup. Marcus
That
Camby. Yeah, that was a damn good pickup.
that's hit after hit after hit
And then
so
after
far.
Marcus Camby was Tracy McGrady. After Tracy McGrady, it was Vince Carter, and that was a draft night trade that Golden State and Toronto did, because it was Toronto drafting Antoine Jameson, Golden State drafting Vince Carter, and they did the swap.
Okay.
And then after that, Isaiah left. So Isaiah, his draft record is pretty legit.
Well, as bad as Mike hated him, he yes, he was a horrible GM for the Knicks, but that's mainly because of Dolan was restricting him, rap God.
Dolan was restricting him. Yeah. Because I saw what Isaiah did in Indiana. He had Indiana in the playoffs a few times.
Right.
Shit, he had Jamal Tinsley balling. People forget about that. Jamal Tinsley was a solid point guard for a few years.
Like rap God, to be honest, if whenever you mention the Knicks, you have to bring Dolan to the carpet, dog. You gotta bring Dolan to the carpet.
Dolan.
You have to.
It was Dolan, and it was the other guy from Utah, because I remember the Knicks had a chance to draft Ron Artest, and they drafted that guy that Vince Carter dunked on from France in the Olympics.
Wow.
The one where Vince Carter jumped over him, to me, the greatest in-game dunk of all time. The nastiest in-game dunk of all time.
I saw that he jumped straight over that dude's head, bro.
And they drafted him over Ron Artest.
Wow. Man, I dig it. I mean, as bad as I don't want to, I dig it.
Yeah.
Like I said, man, like I said, I understand international. You want to try to get international players opportunity, but there's only a few good international players there was. You had Dirk, and before Dirk, you had we said Tony, but you had Petrovic that got died in Turkey. I think that's what I don't know. I forgot that country.
Hedo Turkoglu.
Well, Dre said the dunk Ant did today was nasty too. So it's about what on that dunk.
Vlade Divac is another international player.
The international players that was actually good. You had Dirk. Before Dirk, you had people like Kukoc. You had Petrovic. Petrovic
Yeah. We got to get up out of here. Y'all don't gotta leave though. Yo, CL Jacob, I appreciate you for jumping in with us tonight.
Yeah, anytime, fellas.
Yo, listen. We live every single night, so make sure you pull up on us tomorrow. We're gonna be back here politicking some unbelievable takes. But you can definitely talk after hours with DJ Gemini and California. They're not going nowhere. After the intro, y'all gonna be able to talk. But thank you, Jake. I appreciate it.
All praises. I'll
All the way from Canada, baby.
Tomorrow evening.
What you say?
I just said all the way from Canada, baby.
Yeah.
Flight Sports TV, man. That's my girl. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.